The Arkansas Razorbacks are coming off of possibly their worst season since 2019, after finishing 2-10 for the third time in the last 8 seasons. Which is why head coach Sam Pittman has officially been fired and head coach Coach Bushell has officially been hired. As I'm going to take over the Arkansas Razorbacks and turn them into national champions for the first time in over 50 years. Now, for the side quest for this rebuild, we have to schedule 3 rivalry games every single season and win the majority of them. For example, if we get 3 rivalry games in the season, we have to win 2 of them. If we get 5, we have to win 3. If we get 4, we have to win 3. But if we somehow, some way, get 2 rivalry games only per season, which the game will do because of how the conferences are lined up, then we have to win both of them. This tough as hell rebuild is part of a series where I'm rebuilding your favorite teams in college football 26 until CFB27 drops. So if you're all excited for this one, among many others to come, hit that like button down below, smash the subscribe button, and turn on the notifications so you guys don't miss out. Also, drop your teams down below in the comments alongside your side quests. Maybe I'll rebuild yours next. Before we jump in though, I do want to give a massive thank you to all you guys for showing the immense amount of support I've been getting over the last month with this series, including the long form videos, even the short videos that I've been posting. So truthfully speaking, thank you so much for all the support. It encourages me to keep on doing it. But with that being said, let's get right to my toughest rebuild ever. Ladies and gentlemen, our next rebuild for our series could possibly be our toughest, is the Arkansas Razorbacks. Now, let's look back at our contract. We are coming off quite possibly our worst record over the last decade. It had happened twice before in 2018 and 2019 as we went 2-10 in 2025. So before I sign the papers and get into it, I do want to be fully transparent about something. I did turn off coach firing to kick it off because Sam Pittman, who is not in the game right now, is going to get fired. And I'm going to take over for 2026. But I do have full control over the recruiting class for 2025 and the transfer portal. So I get to control my own dynasty going into my official first season in 2026. Let's get into it. Let's make the negotiation and let's sign the papers. The key thing for Arkansas is we're going to lose Taylon Green to the NFL draft possibly. And with this upcoming schedule here, we have 2 straight wins to kick off the year against Alabama A&M and Arkansas State. And then we lose the rest of them going down the line. Our side quest for this rebuild is to schedule 3 to 5 rivalry games every single season, whether it's an SEC play or whether it's an out-of-conference play. And we have to win the majority of them. If for some odd reason we don't get 3 SEC rivalry games, we have to schedule Arkansas State for our out-of-conference games. And then we have to win the majority of them. So let's say we get 3 rivalry games a year, we have to win 2 of them. If we get 4, we have to win 3 or 2, so we can go 50-50. If we get 5, we have to win 3. Yeah, let's actually look through the coach contracts and figure this stuff out here. So the goal really here is to make a bowl game, but we're not going to accomplish that in 2025, as we did go 2-10. With how much potential Arkansas I could see that they have in the SEC, we're going to have to figure all that stuff out in the long run, as we are going to end up losing, our senior quarterback, Taylon Green, to either graduation or to the NFL draft. And we're going to lose Mike Washington Jr., we're going to lose Omega Blake, our senior wideout. But I do have a huge backup plan in mind going into 2026, but you'll see that down the line. And hint, hint, it's going to be basically a meme, because this is my 5th rebuild of our little series where I'm rebuilding your favorite teams until the new game drops. And I've had this guy at wide receiver for 3 of them so far. North Texas, which is our last one, Coastal Carolina, and we had him on tune for Nebraska, which was our first rebuild. But this is our first SEC rebuild, so we're getting the true difficulty experience here. So I changed the defensive playbook too to run a 4-3 multiple, so that we can figure stuff out from there, be like a little bit basic. But I prefer to run the multiple offensive scheme. But let me have a look at the scheme and playbook before we do anything here. Yeah, they have it set to the multiple offense, but they always used to run a 4-2-5 defense, but I changed that to the 4-3 multiple so we can get some different packages like the nickel and the dime, maybe even a 4-6 look with 2 high safeties. For our offensive scheme, I do think that we should probably run the air raid pass attack because I love throwing the ball with our quarterback, especially with the North Texas rebuild that we did. Or Coastal Carolina love to run the power spread, which gave us like shotgun, pistol, wildcat. I never really liked the option pass attack. I've always wanted to be interested in more of a veer and shoot type of offense. The veer and shoot works to spread the defense out with wide alignments with many receivers and few tight ends and backs. It prioritizes a quick pace in creating tough decisions for the defense due to the amount of ground to cover at the speed at which the plays are run. So it gives us more I form, it gives us more shotgun. Well, 12 shotgun sets, so we're running more out of the gun, which is what I like to do preferably. So, you know what? I'm going to try the veer and shoot offense, because this is an offense I've never run before in a dynasty. But, meantime, let's set up the recruiting board. I said before I was being fully transparent that I would turn off coach firing, but really I turned off the user head coach firing. So, basically what that means is only my coordinators can get fired, as I am currently the head coach of this team. So, basically, our goal is to control the recruiting portal going forward, and our main goal is obviously to win a national championship. Can I rebuild this team to become national champions within less than 10 seasons? We are about to find out. Filling out the needs, it gives us 32 out of a possible 35. So let's sort out by interest rates and then start handing out scholarships. Oh yeah, I do want to go ahead and say that I've been greatly appreciating all the support that I've gotten over the course of this Dynasty series. Like, you guys have been showing a crap ton of engagement all throughout the shorts that I've been posting when it comes to the rebuilds, or even just the long-form videos that have every single moment of the dynasties that we've built so far. And I really do greatly appreciate the support, as I do want to continue doing this until College Football 27. And I'm still thinking about what team I should have in mind for the first rebuild of the new game, because we're getting 2 new FBS programs with North Dakota State and Sacramento State. Now, I already did North Dakota State as my 3rd episode of the CFB26 rebuilds, but should I wait to do Sacramento State until CFB27 when the game's been out and we get everything that's accurate? I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments if I should do Sacramento State. But meantime, all the scholarships have been filled out, and we still have 715 hours to start scouting talent with these guys down the line. Oh, we got our first gem, and it's a 5-star gem at left edge, Keelan Hale. I'm going to be really surprised if we land basically any recruits going forward, because we're definitely going to have to force win the schedules, as we have control of our own destiny here as the head coach of the Razorbacks. Oh, we got a gem at left guard, 4-star, Eduardo Canonico. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I think it's Canonico. And look at that, another gem at right guard. So one on both sides, Rashad Yazzie. Why it's going so slow, I don't know, but... Oh, and finally, after all that, we got our first bust in Jake Draper. Oh, we got a gem at strong safety, Josh Potts. Okay, so we only had enough to partially scout up into 27, and then we have 31 recruits on board with only 1 bust that we scouted. Going back to the full transparency of the coach firing, now, if I'm going to be honest with you, me recruiting this 2025 board will basically be me saying that this is the recruiting board that Sam Pittman left me before he got fired, and I took over for the 2026. Think of it like that scenario. All our hours have been spent, and we have the recruiting board, we have our schedule, we upgraded our coaching skills. Let's sim to next week. And then, once we do, we will force all the wins in 2025, and then we will go from there. Okay, Fiani locked us out, but the gem 5-star, I think, did not. Keelan Hale still there, and then we have Mateo Herrera rose up in interest, and then, okay, pretty much everybody rose up in interest, and Fianu, unfortunately, locked us out. And then, let's go finish the scouting on the guys on the bottom here with the start of our 700 hours before we administer the guys who are interested in it. Oh, we got another gem at running back, Orlando Spruce. Now, we want to keep our gems as much as we possibly can, but I do think because this guy's a 5-star gem, we should send the house. Regardless of however many offers we have, we should send the house on this guy, regardless if he's in his top 10. You know what? We should just do that for all of our gems at this point, because we're going to be losing out on a bunch of guys. I think for all of our gems, we should send the house on. And then for the rest of them, who are not gems and have maintained interest, we should do the regular packages until we are lost for hours here. And then anybody else that doesn't want to come here can basically screw themselves over at this point. If they don't want to be a Razorback, fine. That's basically it right there. Let's get rid of the social media on Jared Beard, and then that's it. That's all we can offer for right now. And if anybody else wants to screw themselves out, they can see themselves out. All right, let's go to the team schedule and let's force some wins before we do anything. So we won against Alabama A&M, which is the FCS school. We did beat Arkansas State, and then we lost every other game down the line to go 2-10. And we just got to figure things out going forward. So what we're doing is setting ourselves up for the 2026 season, as, yeah, a lot of guys dropped interest in us, basically. As we're going to get into our potentially first win against FCS Southeast, which in this case is Alabama A&M. Yeah, we're going to have a very limited recruiting portal. And you have initial interest, so you get some hours. And then for guys that stuck around, you get some hours. And you know what? Yeah, this guy's a 5-star. So you know what? We should just scrap the hours on Paul Wayne, let him walk potentially, and then send the house on Khalid Lemon, potentially. Because Iowa State's the only school that offered him so far. So we're really only going to have 16 recruits that have recruiting interest. And then whatever we don't get by the end of the season, we have to fill with basically 3 stars before the transfer portal period. Because the transfer portal period, we can fill a lot of hours, regardless if we win or lose. Okay, so it looks like some 4 stars have reached their top 5. And we could start filling out our visits and whatnot. So as we get into this game against Arkansas State. Okay, so Mateo Herrera dropped below to USC, Ole Miss, TCU. And look at their pipelines. They are so damn good. So I think we're definitely going to have to pick up a transfer quarterback if we can't get a quarterback here. Okay, so it's less of a penalty for a loss with these higher tier opponents. So I think the strategy is to recruit talent that has a higher tier opponent. Because if we do that, we'll be fine going forward when it comes to visits. So let's sim past this game against Arkansas State. We're going to end up going 2-0, and then we're going to suffer through the slow decline. Slow decline, that's going to have us seek the bottom of the SEC, and we have to work our way back up from that template as we get into Ole Miss. And look at that, we only have 15 hours to use. But good thing we can put them towards Orlando Spruce here. And he has no compliments. So, yeah, Auburn's a higher tier opponent. So we can put him down for that game. But then again, everything can change when it comes to, like, the visits and whatnot. Okay, he has no compliment. He is a dual threat quarterback. So, you know what? Let's put him for a different game. Let's put him on for the Texas A&M game. We just need to get as many visits as we possibly can. Because if we can get some compliments out of the way with any guys that we can. Let's see, playing style, conference, prestige. Anything else off of that? Okay. Yeah, let's do gamer. It offers a better grade. And if we can get as many, like, cells on them as we possibly can, we could raise interest on some of these guys. So it's definitely going to be clocked in. Okay, he has no compliments. Let's get the bye week in week 11 for this guy here. Yep, like that. And then we'll do that. So we're just going to have to hope that we get all these guys here within their top 5s, or at least first interested, as we suffer through the slow decline to 2-10, as we sim ahead past Ole Miss. And let's start the decline to 2-10. And then after that, I will say this. After that, that's when I'll turn the coach firing back on to the normal setting, and then the rebuild can really begin as we get into Memphis. So let's see what happened here. Okay, Keelan Hale, our first 5 stars, ready to go. We'll put him on for the defensive bye week just to keep him safe, and then we'll keep the send to the house on him. Okay, Josh Potts, sadly our gem locked us out to deal breaker, and it's playing style. Yeah, that we're probably gonna end up losing a lot of guys to deal breakers, but honestly, if it doesn't get fixed by the time he reaches his top 5, we're screwed. Okay, Tyrell Merchant's playing style dropped because of our offensive scheme. He's an elusive bruiser. So, yeah, he's in his top 5. So, we're basically screwed out of Ole Miss there. So, we have to cut ties with him. But Rashard Yazzie ready to go for a visit. Okay, he does have a compliment with anything here. Okay, so let's get him on later. And he is in first place. So, let's get him on with Orlando Spruce and Auburn being a higher tier opponent. So, we have 15 recruits and 1 deal breaker to fix. And then all of our gems basically have 50 hours, except for, obviously, Josh Potts. But we're going to sim ahead past the Memphis game in hopes that we can get some deal breakers fixed, which I highly doubt that. But we're going to have to see and find out. And unfortunately, Mateo Herrera locked us out. So we're more than likely going to have to get something going on in the transfer portal. Oh, but Omega Blake actually won SEC Offensive Player of the Week. 13 catches and 3 touchdowns. For over 175 yards. And he won National Player of the Week. Wow. We do have the compliments possible, which is great. And then Jared Beard's ready to go. Yeah, I think he'll be the first we're going to have to put on for the Mississippi State game. Because even though they are a lower tier opponent, we're going to have to stack up as much compliments as we possibly can to counter the loss here. Okay, so let's try and convert some of our softs into hards. And Orlando Spruce dropped, but we did get the sell right. You go figure it'd be pipelines. Why the hell else wouldn't it be pipelines? And we're competing with Tennessee, and we're competing with Texas A&M. We did get the pitches correct, but the problem is, what's his visit week? It is Auburn, and he already has a complimentary visit, so we're going to have to get some 3-star linemen to fill out that board for the Auburn game. So, you know what? Before we do that, let's actually try and convert some of our soft sells into hards now that we have the hours. And then let's fill out the 50 hours that we need for everything. Okay, so we did get Macchiella right. Down low. And then we have DJ Merriman. We did get his pitch correct. And then we booked the visit for Beard. And then Pugh, we got his pitch right on the hard sell. And then Avery, we got that one right. And then Addison, yep, we got that right. One thing I will say is that I've been really good at guessing the pitches lately when it comes to selling on guys. Yep, we did get that one right. So we're basically going to have all 50 hours on all of our guys going into next week, potentially. If we do have to cut ties with any of our losses, we will. But once we do, we'll stack up the recruiting board with as many 3-stars as we possibly can. So that way we can get as much compliments as we possibly can on some of these top-tier visits as we get into Notre Dame. And we're going to sim ahead past that. And unfortunately, we lost out on Orlando Spruce. See, I'm telling you, it's a decline that we're going to have to go through as the bye week's coming up here. And we have a lot of visits on for that. And Canonico has a championship contender deal breaker, unfortunately. And he's in his top 5. And because of the decline, we're going to end up losing him, unfortunately. But we have Khalid Lennon ready for a visit. Okay, we do have one for Yazzie, so let's get him on. And conference prestige. And then surprise Josh Potts is still in his top 8. And yeah. It went down. So, yeah, there's no fixing Josh Potts. It's unfortunate, but there's no fixing him. And Warren Merriman's in his top 3 with Oklahoma State. They may end up getting a commit on board because we have a later visit. So, we have 125 hours. So, you know what? Let's actually fill the rest of our recruiting board with some potential 3-stars that we could possibly land to have no offers. Oh, 3-star gem at quarterback, Hasim Ndukwe. Oh, look at that, another gem at corner, Fedushin. Okay, so within that time, we actually scouted 2 3-star gems that could actually be pretty useful. I mean, it's not like we want to lose any 4 or 5-star gems, but like, it's pretty nice to see that there's still some 3-star gems in the rough that showed 0 initial interest in us, which is exactly the reason why I did not want to have a recruiting restriction. Okay, we did get Macchiella at wide receiver. And we lost out on Nicholas Hurley, who was a 3-star, but we lost Merriman to Oklahoma State, which, again, sucks. But we did at least get a commit before Tennessee. And, okay, yeah, because the amount of hours we have, now we can actually start filling up our board. Okay, so let's give, since Ndukwe stayed, let's give him hours. And let's give Fedushin, who stayed, give him some hours. Let's drop Warren Merriman, and then let's start scouting our 3-stars that we have left. Oh, another one at D tackle, Javier Levine. Let's go. So there is hope to find gems in the rough with some of these 3 stars. And if we're just starting out with the true rebuild experience, this is honestly key to building our team here. Like, picking up all the gems in the rough that we can honestly find from out of nowhere. Oh, our 2 5-stars are still in first place? But they do have visits coming up against some higher tier opponents, so they could honestly come to us if we can get those guys. That would be like the base of our team. And then we have all of our 4-stars down below here still in first place, and some of them are maybe pretty close to committing. Okay, so we do only have 10 hours left, but if we sim past Tennessee and we do get some commits, that could actually free up some hours for us. Yep, and we did get Teddy Cleveland, which is our 3-star quarterback. He may be the replacement for Taylor Green, potentially. And we still are getting some 4-stars still in first place as we keep going through this slow decline as we get into the Southwest Classic against Texas A&M. Another game that's a high-tier opponent, but with a bigger stake in it being a rivalry game. Okay, we did get a commit, and it is DJ Merriman. Oh, and we got a second one, too, in Brett Pugh. Okay, so we're starting to get some 4-stars on board here. And then Joseph Avery's in a recruiting battle with Tennessee, so I don't know if we're going to have to try and win that battle, but we'll see and find out as we get into our next top-tier opponent in Auburn with 190 more hours to use. And, okay, Clay Jerkinson has a championship contender deal breaker. I freaking hate that with a rebuild like this. Okay, so you know what? We're going to have to offer these guys the 40 that they need to stay. Okay. And then since Joseph Avery is beating us over with Tennessee, I think we should just sway him away with the same pitch that we have for him here. And then what we could do is, because we only have 50 hours, we could try and soft sell for less of a penalty. So we could soft sell on standard bearer, but I know for a fact the sway is in fact going to work because but the soft sell has less of a penalty. But if we sway, wait, hold on. No, we could soft sell on gamer because it has a better ideal pitch, and then we could sway with standard bearer with a high success rate. So yeah, I think that'll work. But we're still inching up with Keelan Hale, who are in a recruiting battle with Oklahoma State. Okay, so we are definitely... Okay, we're in first place, so we're going to have to keep the hard sell unless they actually do something about this here. And then Khalid Lennon, our 5-star, is going to have to pull away. We're going to have to pull away on him. Okay, he is close to his top 3. Same goes for Rashard Yazzie. Before we do anything, let's actually get 2 more commits to the top of our board here. So we do have our receiver core going into this season, and we do have another right edge. Potentially. That's actually quite big. Okay, so let's see if the sells on Joseph Avery actually worked. But how many recruiting hours do we have? I forgot to check. Okay, we only have 80, so we really don't have any other choice unless we get some more commits on board. As we get into the game, and it's Auburn, we're going to sim ahead pass. But remember, we're only controlling our own recruiting dynasty. Okay, we did get Garrison Addison at will linebacker, and he's the only one for that. And Jared and Dexter dropped interest after that game. Okay, that's honestly tough. We get into Mississippi State. Beard, we're in a recruiting battle with Virginia Tech. So you know what? I think we should do the same thing. Soft sell on his regular pitch, and then sway with a high success rate on what it also could possibly be. And then everybody else on the bottom here rose interest as 3-stars. That's actually quite huge for us. Okay, so let's look through the prospect list again and see if we can get some more 3-star guys. See if there's any more gems in the rough with these guys. And there you go! Daryl Abayamiri. A 3-star gem. Let's give him the standard package. Okay, no other school offered him so far, just us. So that's quite big for us as we're just going to keep on scouting. We just have whatever we have, and then whatever happens, happens, I guess. Let's sim ahead, and it's a good thing they know that we have a bright future here in Arkansas for this rebuild, as we got a 5-star left edge, Keelan Hale. Welcome to the Razorbacks, and we hope you don't decommit. And yeah, we lost Joseph Avery to Tennessee. Yeah, the sway did not work. Unfortunate. But Rashard Yazzie is in a recruiting battle with LSU. Are we really about to lose another 4-star gem? But we did at least get the 5-star gem at left edge, Keelan Hale, who could be a huge contributor on defense. But Joseph Avery, though, that Tennessee, that really sucks. We get into our next bye week with 215 more hours to use. But let's actually try this thing out here. Let's soft sell on what his pitch is, and then sway on a higher tier sell. Hashim the Duquay is ready for a visit. Okay, higher tier opponent at least in Missouri, so they actually did rise up in interest. Okay, pro potential. Okay, we'll keep it like that because we have no check marks on hand. Do we have any compliments though with the Missouri game? Okay, no, we don't yet. Okay, the sway attempt failed this time. Okay, so yeah, we're probably gonna end up losing Jarrett Beard. So yeah, let's cut ties and save hours here before we do anything. And we lost Joseph Avery to Tennessee. That really sucks, but we can at least offer Daryl B. Amiri the friends and family and keep him on board. And then Max O'Sullivan locked us out, and then we didn't even scout this guy here. But Trayvon Childers is the last guy we got a scout left over here, and nothing for him. Okay, so since these guys stayed, let's offer them, and then let's give Trayvon Childers his first bit. And since he stayed, why not? Let's give him some hours. So I don't think we have to schedule visits here with these two defensive pieces. I think what we should do is set up the cells. That's what we should do. And we got another 5-star running back, Khalid Lennon. A key piece to our offense in the future. Welcome to the Razorbacks. As we ended up losing Ecker and Childers to his top 8. As we're going to get into the Golden Boot game against LSU. But we do have 220 hours left to scout more potential 3-stars, potentially, to fill out our board. But we want to go into 2026 with the best recruiting one of the best recruiting classes for one of the worst teams. So we have 7 recruits, including 2 5-stars. That want to commit to Arkansas. Oh! The sway attempt on Yazzie succeeded. Oh, we did get an extra pitch. Wow, so that's what that means. But I think LSU is going to beat us with the pipelines, potentially. Which that, again, honestly sucks. But we do have Heslop ready for a visit. But you know what? Honestly, I'm not going to do any pitches. I'm not going to do any visits with these 3-stars. I'm just going to save them for the transfer portal. Unless they commit already. So, pro potential, brand exposure. Oh, I forgot about freaking Gym Rat. So, it is going to be Gym Rat. I honestly had no clue what that light bulb in the head meant. That icon there. But I guess it meant it gave us an extra pitch as we sim past LSU here. And, yeah, it didn't work, unfortunately. We lost Yazzie to LSU. As we get into our next rivalry game here against Texas. Which, let me remind you again, for the side quest, we can only win the rivalry games starting in 2026 onward. The ones that we scheduled. Okay, so that's all we can give for right now. And we scheduled any and all visits possible. We put all cells on everybody. So we just gotta hope for a commitment at this point. As we get into the Texas game. But once again, I will say I do have a plan going into 2026. You're just gonna have to find out what it is. Oh man, Charles Butts locked us out. Yeah, that is unfortunate, sadly. And when we get to our final game against Missouri, that'll definitely be a key game to get some recruits on hand. So all we can do now with these recruits now is pitches, now that the visits are out of line. And all we can do now is like I said, all we can do is cells. Yeah, it's unfortunate Charles Butts locked us out. I am very sad. I wanted a guy on our offensive line that actually had a name Charles Butts. That would have been so funny. Oh, we did get a commitment. And it is our quarterback. Okay, so we still got him. Okay, and some of our 3-stars are reaching their top 3 and top 5, so we're going to have to fight for them as we close out the season. And we'll do like our final year of recruiting before we go forward. Federsheen lost to Wisconsin, and he is in his top 3, so I think we should do the old soft sell sway tactic here with him. So let's go campus personality. And then let's sway with a high success rate. Okay, it's going to be the clutch, but anything else have a high success rate? Sway on clocked in, see if we can get that pitch reversed in our favor. So we could hard sell on the clutch potentially. We just got to hope for a commit at this point as we sim past the bye week. We just got to hope for a commit. And then once we get into the transfer portal past the national championship, we can turn off the recruiting. We can turn off the coach firing and then go forward with it. And there you go. Our contract actually got extended. Okay, so now I know exactly for sure going into 2026, I can turn off the coach firing now that we got our contract extended. Actually, you know what? Let's do it after we set the scheduling. Just so we know for sure. Okay, so let's fire both of our coordinators. And then let's offer okay, let's go to next week and let's offer our jobs to our coordinators. Oh, we got a commit. And it's Javier Levine, one of our gems. And another one. Terrell Heslop. And then we lost out on these two guys here. But fortunately enough, we do have another one incoming before the transfer portal. And there you go. Fernando Mendoza won the Heisman Trophy, just like in real life. Okay, who won the Natty? It is Oregon who won the national championship over Fernando Mendoza and Indiana in 2025. And it looks like Navy got a mention as a military school. Wow. Congratulations to Navy. 10-4 in the American and getting the 12th seed. That's pretty impressive stuff, I'm not going to lie, for Navy to get a college football playoff spot. So we're going to lose a lot of guys to championship contender, pro potential. Okay, no transfers. Okay, but yeah, we're definitely going to lose Taylor Green to graduation, so he's not going to the NFL draft. He is going to the NFL draft in real life, but I don't think there's any chance we can persuade anybody else. So we're just going to have to go to the transfer portal and figure everything else out in the long run, because we lost a lot of transfers. So we're basically just going to have to replace our entire roster at this point. But one thing I do know for sure is I am going to go after somebody. Okay, so we got Fernando Carmona in round 7 of the NFL draft. So we did at least get somebody drafted. So let's go to the transfer portal and let's execute our convoluted plan before we do anything. So with that plan being, can we get Quincy Porter? I know, it's become a meme, but he is the GOAT. Like, he's helped all of our dynasties so far. So can we get Quincy Porter? Okay, so Michael Ford's off the table. Wait, hold on. I have to look on the wide receivers, don't I? Oh, this year he's not transferring. Oh my God, this year he's not transferring. That's unfortunate. We can't get Quincy Porter this year. That is unfortunate, guys. And then Michael Ford wants to transfer, but our playing style is bad. So no Quincy Porter for this dynasty. Okay, so let's start scheduling some visits for the further weeks out and send a house on these guys here. Okay, so we have all 35 of our recruiting board scholarships. So what I think we should do is pass up on scouting and just go straight into administering our hours in the meantime. So we can figure things out in terms of where to go from here, because I know the interest rates are going to skyrocket for some of these, especially these 4-stars who we're going to be looking after. But we're gonna have to fill the rest of our board with the 3-stars if we don't land anybody else here. Okay, so all of our hours were administered. We scheduled all of our high school guys some visits. We just gotta hope we land some of our high school commits. That way we can get some hours to use up on the transfer portal. Okay, we did get a couple of high school commits. Okay, so we got Jeremy Rubin, and that was it. So we just gotta hope that weeks 2 through 4 give us more high school commits, because we only just need to get first place on anybody's board. Okay, so nobody's dropped down on us so far yet. So I know for a fact that this year we're gonna have to rally around a whole new oh, we got the pitch to work! Let's go! We got the pitch to work! Okay, so let's keep it like this and hope that we can get Fedu Sheen. Okay, we did get Fedu. Let's get it, guys. Oh, we got another one. We got Drew Corral. And yeah, we got a lot of guys lock us out. That's unfortunate. So all we gotta do is to get first place on every single person here. And we're just basically just going to be building a whole new team to start with for 2026 before we turn off coach firing and everything else. So let's see who we got. We did get a Biamiri. That's a good start. We did get a Marion Peterson. We got James Pratt. We also got Sateki Agency. Okay. We got Keon Ambrose. That's a good move there. We got Taven Pipkin. We got Steve Alvera. I think we got everybody here. Oh, we did get a 4-star quarterback. Okay. So we did get Drake Lindsay. He'll be our starting quarterback. We got Tristan Smith at left guard. We got Joey Sua. We also got Antonio Smith. We got Antonio Patterson. We got Timothy Passmore. Okay, so I think we got everybody. Except for Arian Carter, who went to Tennessee, and Fitzgerald, who I saw went to Colorado. That is sad. Unfortunate, guys. We're the 24th best recruiting class in the entire nation. Despite going 2-10 with the 2 5-stars, it really did help. So now that we got our transfer portal down and one of the better recruiting classes in the nation, let's do the position changes. So we are going to, in fact, start with Drake Lindsay at starting quarterback, but Hassim Ndukwe has a star development trait, so we could keep him on board, potentially, and develop him over time. We got Amarian Peterson at starting running back with impact. Khalid Lennon. We need to make him a starting running back for sure. We need to have him in tandem with Amarian Peterson as our starting running back. And then wide receivers, we have Jalen Brown, who's going into his junior season with star development. We got Cam Shanks, and we got C.S. Brown III, and Jordan Anthony, who's going into his senior season. And then tight ends, we have Jaden Platt at an 82. And then let's go to the training results. We do have 72 coaching points to use. Okay. So, quarterback Drake Lindsay, yeah, he'll officially be our starter. Amarian Peterson will be our starting running back. And then wideouts, we have C.S. Brown with the biggest development, up to an 84. And then Jalen Brown up to an 84. And then Jordan Anthony up to an 83. So that will be our wide receiver core. Tight end went up to an 84. And then Cherry up to a 75 at left tackle, which is a little better. Smith up to an 81. Kittler at an 80 at center. Right guard, Kobe Branham went up to an 83. And then Marion Harris up to a 78 at right tackle. And Caleb Bell at left edge becomes a 78. Right edge, Quincy Rhodes went up to an 88. He'll be our highest overall guy. The tackles are 81 and 76. Sam went up to a 72, which is decent. 75 Mike, and then 79 Will. What about corners? Okay, corners actually took a huge jump. 86 and 74, 73. So they did take a huge jump, but they do have really good development traits from what it looks like. And we have 2 guys with impact development who could make the jump past Nigel Pringle unless Pringle develops more. And then free safety at a 70, strong safety at a 75, which is not terrible. But obviously our defense could obviously be a lot better. Let's make the conferences much more accurate, and then we'll encourage some transfers. Leaving the Mountain West for the Pac-12, we have Boise State, just like we do for every rebuild, Colorado State, Fresno State, then San Diego State, then Utah State, and then Texas State, all leaving for the Pac-12. Then in the Mountain West, we would have Northern Illinois leaving the MAC, and then from Conference USA, Louisiana Tech goes to the Sun Belt West Division, and then UTEP goes to the Mountain West too. And then we have North Dakota State there. And then we would have Sacramento State here too, but none of them are in the game as we speak. We're just going to have to figure things out going forward. And I think here we can finally turn off the coach firing as we start 2026 after we get past the 2025 offseason. So we're going to start fresh. So let's go into the league settings. Let's turn that back on. So that way everything's normal. Oh, and by the way, it is on All-American. I'm making sure of that because that's the rule set that we set from the intro video. So our schedule for 2026. So let's have a look at that, because that's the most recent one we have available. So we have let's see, we don't have Memphis, so let's open that up. Week 1 we have North Alabama, which is going to be FCS Southeast. Then we have Utah, and then Georgia. Okay, Georgia is down there. So Tulsa, I think we could move Georgia a little more up. We could move Tulsa a little bit more up. Open them up to week 4. We can. Okay, so we can get Tulsa. And then we have Alabama, who's not a rival. Vanderbilt, Florida, South Carolina, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Georgia. We do have a rivalry game with Missouri, but they're not rivalry games. So we are, in fact, going to have to regenerate the schedule until we can get our 3 rivalry games. Okay. So it looks like our conference play here is not budging. It is for a fact not budging. So we are going to have to find a way to get Arkansas State. We need to get Arkansas State in here. I know it's not accurate. So we're going to have to get Utah. And then instead of Illinois, we'll get Arkansas State. And then we will unschedule Washington. Then move. See if we can get any other rival in here. So unfortunately, we have 2 rivalry games. So basically, what it is set in stone is we're gonna have to to try and make this as accurate as we possibly can here. We're going to have to win both of our rivalry games. So our schedule looks like this. We have FCS Southeast, Utah, Arkansas State. So hold on here. We're home for FCS. Okay. We're going to be home for Arkansas State. We're going to be home for Tulsa. We're at Utah. And then going down the line, we have all these games scheduled here, which I think Florida should be Texas A&M. I think Kentucky should be LSU. I think Georgia, should be Texas. But I don't know. This game is really stupid. So I do think going forward, I think we should have to win both of our rivalry games this year. That being Arkansas State and that being Missouri. So we have to win both of those games. So we're going to make both of those mandatory playing games. So let's sort out by interest rates. And then let's start offering out scholarships. So the two games we're definitely going to have to play this season are going to be Arkansas State as well as Missouri at the end of the year. But eventually down the line, we're going to have to figure out what game to play in the middle of that schedule time frame. So it could be a ranked game at home that we could play, or a game that has like visitation rights. Then again, we are going from a 2-10 season. The goal under our contract is to win a bowl game. So that'll be another game that we're gonna have to play and win. Scout some of our gems in the rough here. Oh, we got our first bust, but luckily it was a 3-star. Anthony Lynn. Oh, PJ Abreu at 4-star wide receiver is a bust, unfortunately. And what about this guy here, Steven Grubbs? He's a 5-star, and he's a bust! No! Unbelievable. We've been getting all busts lately. Where are the gems at, man? We have one more chance. We got it at the last second. A 4-star right guard, Jordan Nunez. So we got 3 busts, including a 5-star, which is unfortunate to think about. But we did get a gem. It's always a good sign. So we got the custom schedule set. We got the recruiting board set. So let's get into the season. Now, all we can do from here is figure some stuff out. And only one guy locked us out, Lorenzo Johns, who was a 4-star. We start out as an 82 overall, as we plan to kick off the season on a positive note, as we get 600 hours to scout everybody else. And the only guy that locked us out was a free safety. It is unfortunate, but we are going to have to go by the interest rates and potentially scout everybody else. And then eventually we're going to have to fill the rest of our board. Oh my god, Jamerson Blake. A 4-star bust at left edge. Like, this is not like last season when we ended up getting all the gems. We got a 5-star gem at D-tackle. Nathan Gotsis. So we are favoriting this guy right away. Oh my god, Donnell Bean. Another bust at strong safety, but luckily it was a 3-star. Oh, there you go. A 3-star gem at strong safety. Lionel Vick, as we sim past the bye week. But I don't know if we're going to lose a lot of guys, though. We really just chase after 4 and 5 stars in hopes we can get, everybody basically lock this out as we potentially get into our first game. It is an FCS game, though. So there is a good chance that we don't get upset here. But we do. Good news is we do have 450 hours that we can use to cut ties with some of our losses. And then, you know what? Because of the losses that we had originally, we can use our hours that we have to put them onto guys who stayed. Because that's how it's worked in the long run, and as long as our gems don't leave us, I think we'll be just fine. Okay, so we went down from a board of 35 to 17 after scouting and everything else, so let's sort by interest rates, and let's give the guys who stayed some attention and some love. And then we'll have to fill out the rest of our board with some 3-stars. Let's get Prince Lewerke here. What a name, by the way. Harold McCracken. And then Dominic Boykins. So we boiled down to 17 recruits. Yeah, let's leave it like that for right now. We'll be fine with like this as we sim past FCS Southeast. And okay, we did lose some guys, but we still have some interest on some guys too. It looks like. Please tell me we won. I didn't get to see. Okay, we did win. Okay, we're going into ranked Utah. But remember, expectations are low for this year, as we are going from a 2-10 season to potentially make a bowl game. And we have 14 recruits left, so we got to keep anybody that we can keep here. And then get Fayette to ours. Okay, we're already getting some visits with some 3 and 4 stars here. So we just gotta lock up on everybody's interest rates as we sim potentially pass Utah, which we need to check the overall for. Okay, so this could honestly be a win. With an 82 overall team against a 77, things can happen and we could get upset against the ranked team. But it will boost us in the tactician pathway if we get the win here, as it is a top 25 program. So let's see. We did beat Utah! Let's go! And our overalls went up. Okay, love to see that as we get into our first played game at home against Arkansas State. Arkansas State will basically give us our first taste of what our roster will actually look like. So Lionel Vick here does have a compliment. And he has all 3, so we can mark him down. So we have 6 favorites to look forward to, including gems and 5 stars. And everybody else has kind of stayed interested so far. Nobody's dropped interest rates, as we're going to play the game against Arkansas State and get a first look of our potential dynasty. So let's take a look at our uniform combinations for a second. So we've had the classic red on whites for home games. The away games is the white with the red helmets, looking very clean. Then we have the home options, which are the all reds. The away options, which are the white on red, again with the red helmets. And then the away option 2 has the white helmets. And that's really it for the Razorbacks. They kept things traditional for so many years as we look to win them their first national championship since 1964. Can you believe that's how long it's been since they've won a natty? And there's Hogman over there. I don't know his actual mascot name is. I'm not a fan of Arkansas, but we're going to get into our first game of this rebuild against Arkansas State. We're going to dedicate this to Brendan Burlsworth, as he is the only Razorback who's been made the most famous besides Frank Ragnow, the star offensive lineman, alongside Burlsworth. Okay, so Drake Lindsay is, in fact, our starting quarterback. Okay, we're going to hit this guy over the middle. Okay, got the hand in there. Okay, we tried to throw it big time here, but we couldn't work it. Okay, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10. We're going to give it to Amarian Peterson. He's got a big run up the middle for a first down. Easy run for him. Okay, we got Jordan Anthony and Jalen Brown. Okay, yeah, let's hit Jordan Anthony. Oh, the throw was so behind him. Okay, it looks like they're running all hitches from what it looks like. Yeah, let's just give it off to whoever this guy is. 3rd down and run. Let's keep the power tempo going with running. The damn football. And it's 4th and inches. Okay, they're showing 5 down linemen, but good news is we have a lot of blockers up front, so we can try and get this here on 4th down. And we do get it. Amarian Peterson, he's got a first down. Okay, Jalen Brown is number 3. I don't know, I think Jalen Brown is number... Oh, no, C.S. Brown the 3rd is number 3. Jordan Anthony is number 11, and Jalen Brown is number 17. So I have to really learn the numbers here. As we're going to hit Patterson out of the flat, we'll see what he can do. He can cut to the inside. Okay, this man's pressed up against C.S. Brown, so we can try and beat him out, hopefully. Okay, he didn't collapse. He got him beat. Oh, that's a bad throw. Yeah, he overthrew him. Okay, see if we can follow our pulling guard here on 3rd and 1. Maybe we can get something. Yep, we got the pulling guard. And a nice cut inside by Peterson. And we're able to pick up the first there. Okay. Oh, yeah, we didn't get anything there. A lot of interesting formations with how wide a lot of our guys are. What it looks like. We have a double stack formation to either side. Okay. And, yeah. Why is Drake Lindsay sitting still as we're going to hit Jalen Brown over the top? Okay, from what it looks like, I'm not really liking this veer and shoot offense. I think I may just have to switch it up to the multiple playbook. And there is a flag down. And it's going to be holding. They're going to decline it. Yeah, 4th and 14. We're just going to have to kick the field goal. Yeah, we'll take a 3-0 lead on Arkansas State going into this. Oh, they scored a touchdown right away. So we're definitely going to have to change up the playbook a little bit. I'm not really liking this offensive mindset here. As we're going to hit Amarian Peterson. Nice cut it to the inside. Oh, I thought you were gone. Yeah, I think I might change up to the multiple offensive playbook. I'm not really liking how things are going here. As we're going to hit this guy Platt on the flat. Stay on your feet, bud. Get the first down. Okay, so we're going to put Jordan Anthony on a post. And then hope the safety doesn't collapse over. We can probably hit C.S. Brown on potentially a fade or a streak. Okay, that's a good throw, though. And, oh, I got the hand in there. And we're going to change things up here. We're just going to run it out of the gun here on 2nd down. And then we're going to hopefully have Amarian Peterson go up a little bit more. Okay, blitz the 1 backer. But Platt is right there. We got the first down. probably gonna have to put Platt on the out route, and then hopefully Jordan Anthony can beat out this guy. Nah, yeah, that's gonna not be interception. How? Oh yeah, I think he was out of bounds. Yeah, he was out of bounds. Okay, so we're perfectly fine. That's not an interception. We're gonna see what. Okay, yeah, Platt's been covered. Okay, we're just gonna hit this guy over the top. That's CS Brown. Okay, CS Brown's banned up, but Jordan Anthony we may have to look for. Wait, free offside? Okay, we'll take a free off. Yep, that's a free offside. We'll take that. Hope we can get a block for Peterson, and we do get a block for him. Run that damn football. All right, we got our first touchdown, and so did they. They got their second today. I don't know if the 4-3 multiple's not working for everybody, but we're gonna hit Platt. Oh, I got in front of him. Okay, at least he made the catch. All right, this guy Gene has come in. Okay, we have 5 receivers out right now, so we're probably just gonna have to put Gene on a slant out of the slot, and then we're just gonna have to put Jordan Anthony, I think, on a. We're gonna have him on a return route, perhaps. Okay. Yeah, nothing is open. They ran max protect on a punt. Yeah, to sit down. No, they scored again. What is going on? Yeah, we're gonna have to change our playbooks from what it looks like. There's no way in hell we should be losing these games. And what? Oh wait, that's Khalil Lannon, our 5-star, coming into the game for a little bit. All right, we're gonna go into the half, get the ball back, and we're gonna be down 21-10. And you figure they have 10 first downs. I don't know what is going on. All right, come out of the locker room. All right, Amarian Peterson, run him over. Come on now. All right, yep, he collapsed, and nothing got open for him. All right, third down. We're probably just gonna have to hit CS Brown on that hitch route there. Yep. Oh, don't go backwards! Come on! Alright, we're gonna have to hit Jordan Anthony on the slant here on 4th and 3, and then we're just gonna. Oh, yeah, we snapped it. Jordan Anthony, get upfield, make the catch! Nice! You know what? Hurry up, offense. Keep the tempo going. Cancel out the play action. Throw him off a little bit as we're gonna hit Jordan Anthony. He's got it! We're gonna go up to the 22. All right, now our offense is really starting to feel it. All right, first down and 10. Potentially in the red zone. That was a nice block by our fullback there as we're gonna get the second down and 5. Yeah, run that damn football, Peterson. All right. Oh, okay, it's one of their guys. Okay, that's fine. We're definitely not gonna get a block here from the 5-yard line running goal line. All right. Unless we do and we get 4. I don't think we're going to get anything for Drake Lindsay here. We'll see. Oh, we do have a hole for Drake Lindsay. Okay, he was stopped at the 2, though. All right, we're going to have to send, hopefully, get it flat with... Oh, we couldn't get it off. All right, fine. If they want us to kick, we'll kick. Fine. And then we'll make our field goal and go down by 8. We wanted to go down by 4. Wait a minute. What just said? A defensive turnover for a score! Wow. So our defense got a touchdown, and we got the 2-point. So now we're tied. Okay, way to clutch up. All right, so now it's second down and 10. So, come on. Nothing is open for him. Like, no blocks are holding up. All right, third down and 9. So we're definitely going to have to pass it here. Oh, CS Brown. Oh, come on! Yeah, we seriously need to upgrade our offensive line. Like no blocks are holding up for anybody. He's not going to get a return out of it. Okay, they kicked the field goal. So, all we need to do is run down some clock and score a touchdown. We just need to keep the drive going at all costs. Why is Peterson so slow just getting off? I don't know, but... whatever the case may be, we have to just clean up the act here. As we're going to hit Jordan Anthony over the top. Don't drop it! Alright, we're going to have to hit this guy Platt. I love hitting my tight ends, though. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to hit Platt. That's a first down. And you know what? We can't let them use a timeout, though. We got to let the clock run down as much as we can if we want to get any closer. We have all 3 timeouts, though. Okay, Jordan Anthony. Use that speed. All right, we got the first down. Now, I don't know if our line is going to hold up with the draw play, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, he wasn't going to run him over. Oh, and one of the guys that got hurt. So we're going to have to run it again. But off the speed option, but we're going to see. Wait, can we motion our tight end over? Oh, we can't. We can motion him over. Oh, my God. Pick it up. Okay. Come on, Peterson. Okay, we actually got the first down off of that. Wow. Okay. Amarian Peterson, way to pick it up and run. Okay. Yeah, just dump it off to him. Yeah, nothing was there. Damn, they literally had to send, like, everybody. All right, 2nd down and 10. 2:19 to go, but we are in enemy territory, so we can find some breathing room if we can. We're going to hit Peterson. He's got running room. Okay, yeah, that's a first down. We'll take that. Okay, so, you know what? We're going to run it one more time, and then we'll go into the 2-minute warning and then try and score again. All right, Peterson! First down! Up to the 1! Okay, let the clock run down. We're going to go to the 2-minute warning. We're going to give it on the RPO, potentially. Yeah, we gave it for Peterson. No! Okay, that's Zaquan Patterson. Not Amarian Peterson. Okay, that's a good look for him. All right, 2nd down. We're going to have an extra block from our tight end. And, oh, we got it. Amarian Peterson, 2nd touchdown today. Oh, they didn't do anything. Okay, but they only have 2 timeouts left, so if we pick up the first down, it's over. Okay, yeah, that was a bad move to get out of bounds. I'm not being honest, we should have taken it with Lindsey, but that's besides the point. Okay, they drop both the backers back. But if Drake Lindsey can run... Don't run into your lineman! What are you doing? Stupid-ass center? All right, 3rd down and 12. We're definitely going to have to convert it here. Okay, okay, yeah, that was a bad throw. Now they have a chance to score. So unless we settle up on defense and pin them, we're going to have to run the table against these guys. Okay, yeah, sit down! Get in bad field position now. All right, 25 seconds. Let's see what happens. They didn't do anything! We're going to beat Arkansas State! And we're going to get our first rivalry win, 28-24, in a very close game. So we're definitely going to have to make some modifications here to our playbook, because turns out the veer and shoot offense is not the offense we wanted to run. Okay, so our recruiting board looks fine, and we're starting a good 3-0, so we're already looking better than last season. Rest assured that. But the Missouri game we're definitely going to have to play at the end of the year, and then we'll figure everything else out. We're going to get into this game against Tulsa. Okay, Kentucky is now a same-tier opponent, so we'll book in for Kentucky. Let me know down below in the comments if I should do a Kentucky Wildcats rebuild in honor of the goat of rebuilds himself, James Bordeaux. I definitely want to do a rebuild for them. Let me know down below in the comments if I should do that. So yeah, guys, should I rebuild James Bordeaux's Kentucky Wildcats in honor of the great rebuilder himself? Matter of fact, I reached out to him on Instagram, asking if I should do a rebuild for Kentucky, and we're going to figure out if he says yes to that idea. Okay, so Jim Rat was wrong for Dane Sims. Okay, so we're going to have to do another soft sell to potentially get it right. So it's not... okay, so it is, in fact... No, it's not Starship. What else offers that? Okay, it is Football Influencer then. It would have been nicer to know beforehand. Okay, so he's another one for the Vanderbilt game. Okay, so we're going to be fine on ours. But before we get into the Tulsa game, let us change our scheme and playbook. So we're no longer running the veer and shoot offense. We're going to stick to the Arkansas multiple offensive playbook that they gave us. And we're going to keep the defense to a 4-3 multiple. Okay, we did get a commit in Aziz Okanlawan. And yeah, we got locked out with Dane Sims. We couldn't get his sell right for crap. And we didn't have the hours to get him, as we're going to go to number 20 ranked Alabama. Boykins to playing style and Lewerke to playing style. Why? I think we're definitely going to have to fix him. Okay, so playing style. What is the wide receivers playing style? Receptions. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to get a lot more catches in the receiving game, as Alabama at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Yeah, I think this is going to be our first loss. I mean, if it is at Bryant-Denny, okay, we can't give anything for Lewerke from what it looks like. But did we at least get his sell right? So I do think we're going to have to revolve the passing game a little bit more. Okay, so Schofield has a compliment with Enagbury here. Okay, so we have 15 hours left, and hopefully we can get more catches and more receptions as we sim past the Alabama game at Bryant-Denny Stadium. I mean, if we get an upset, that would be amazing, but that's definitely gonna have to be a sim. Holy shit! We just upset Alabama. That might be one of the most shocking moments I've ever seen in a dynasty rebuild. That is unbelievable. We just upset Alabama at Bryant-Denny Stadium. I am absolutely shocked. Holy crap. Do you have any idea what that does to our prestige? Like, what in the hell just happened? Okay, so you know what? I think because of the fact that we need to get more catches on board, our wide receivers are not looking pretty good when it comes to the deal breakers. So you know what? I think we should just run the air raid. Our wide receivers are not looking great too, so our playing style is not looking great for them, so we'll sim ahead past Vanderbilt in hopes that the playbook change helps with the receptions wise. But dude, I cannot believe that we just upset Alabama. Like, you guys are seeing this first, guys. Like, I just can't believe we just upset Alabama. Okay, so we do have 105 hours left and 13 recruits on tap. Okay, so you know what? I just hope the playbook change is going to help in terms of our playing style. So let's actually go to some... Actually, no, let's see if there's any 4-stars left. That could be like our next move, to see if there's any 4-stars available that we could still go after. Okay, so this Tyler Stevens has 2 offers, but this guy has no offers. So you know what? Let's look through all the 4-stars that have 0 offers, and then we'll figure things out from there. As we got 2 receivers right there. We did get a free safety, another Mike, another edge. You can use that. As we're gonna sim ahead past Vanderbilt. But guys, that win against Alabama was just monumental to the future of this program. That was some upset. Okay, we did get a commit in Lionel Vick, in a strong safety. Okay, and Gotsis dropped us. I think he dropped to 2nd place, but I'm not sure. But we lose to Vanderbilt. So we could beat Alabama at Bryant-Denny Stadium, but yet we lose to a team like Vanderbilt. I don't know. We're gonna have to check the final. And then Gotsis drops. You figure why. So we are gonna have to do the whole, what do you call it? The soft sell on his base pitch, and then we're gonna have to sway perhaps on a pitch that has a high success rate. We could do brand exposure. Let's sway status seeker. Okay, and we did in fact fix the receiver's pitches. So you know what? Let's send the house on Boykins, and then let's. Okay, we do have all 3 on board, so we could do. Let's do the soft sell clocked in his base pitch, and then let's do sway on what else it could be. Yeah, let's actually sway on Gamer, and then we'll move Lionel Vick, our gem, 3-star, up to the top of our board here. And Fayetteville's ready to go for a visit. He does have 3 compliments for South Carolina, brand exposure being his deal breaker, so he has a lot of X marks. You know what? Let's try and take advantage of that. It's not primetime player. It is not status seeker. It's not house call. It's not football influencer. Okay, it could be gym wrap after they fixed everything. And then, so we have 10 hours left. So let's sim ahead against Florida, which if we can get the upset against... Okay, it's very even, but it is in the swamp. Honestly, we already did a lot better this season than we did last season. We went from a 2-10 record to now 5-1 team who upset Alabama. So, I mean, if we could upset Florida, anything can happen at this point. I mean, 2 big upsets would absolutely be huge, but I don't think it's going to happen. And we just lost Nathan Gotsis. Yeah, and we definitely lost here. Yeah, we lost to Florida. We're going to have to play now 19th ranked South Carolina. I wonder what their overall is. Okay, so this is very winnable in our home turf. That game is very winnable against that team, which unfortunately we lost Gotsis, but we did. Oh, the sway worked! Okay, so the sway did in fact work. So, you know what? We can now hard sell on whatever the better grade is. So, let's actually... Standard bear... No, what was it? Okay, so clocked in had the better grade, right? Yeah, we can do that, and then do that. Okay. And then Dominic Boykins is ready to go for a visit. Let's book in for the Oklahoma game, too. Now that we got him first interested, let's see if we can take a shot at a sell. Conference prestige and playing style. Okay, so it could be... Okay, Gamer does offer the better grade, so let's take a shot in the dark for that. Okay. Percy Kennard, what is... Okay, playing style. Okay, so he is a pass protector, but we're running the air raid offense. Like, I don't understand that. I think we're just gonna have to pull the sway and sell strategy here. So let's go with the soft on his base pitch, which is clocked in, and then figure out a sway to try and sway any other good pitch here. So what has a high success rate? Okay, so it could be this one, which has an A+ conference prestige. Yeah, let's do that then. And with the rest of these hours here, we'll just scout any other talent possible. Oh, we got a gem! Enchant's Ficken. Okay, so everybody else is basically still on tap, but Percy Kennard is another guy we're going to have to watch. So let's just give ours to Eric Slater and then seal it off. Okay, so South Carolina, if we sim ahead past this game and win, we'll be going into possibly the Oklahoma game or the Kentucky game with a lot of momentum. Because I think the Oklahoma game is going to have to be a game we're going to have to play. As we did get Addison Schofield. Okay, yeah, we lost out on Harold McCracken to Alabama. Are you kidding me? We actually lost to South Carolina. Now we're going into Kentucky. We need to win some game to make a bowl game. And Percy Kennard now has D+ playing style. Okay, yeah. We are getting deal breakered on Percy Kennard. We're just going to save the hours here. But we are going to move Addison Schofield up. We lost McCracken to Alabama. And then we lost out on Eric Slater. And Nick Mims, too, which is unfortunate. But we do have 235 hours now to scout. And really, still nothing. Okay, so let's get Nathan Fry some hours. Get into the Kentucky game. They're 1-6 right now. I don't know why they're 1-6. We beat FCS 55-0. We did beat Utah 40-7. Wow. And then 28-24. 31-24 on Alabama. That's awesome. 40-23 on Vanderbilt, 41-17 on Florida, and 31-21 on South Carolina. So yeah, I think the Oklahoma game is definitely going to have to be a game to play, and then we're going to have to play the Missouri game. Remember, one more win will make us bowl eligible, because remember, we are going from a 2-10 season, and Darren's rant, we lost into Georgia, and we lost Sharp. We did beat Kentucky! Nice! Okay, so we're bowl eligible now. So, we're going into Oklahoma, who's 10th ranked. Okay, so yeah, this should be a very even game. But we switched it up to the air raid pass attack. So we're going to have a completely different playbook going forward. And we lost Durant, and we lost Joey Sharp. And we're in a recruiting battle right now. And we didn't get the sway. So we are going to have to just do the hard sell tactic. And then Nunez is in first. We may pull away from Tulane on Nunez. And Nagbaray is in his top 3. We have a chance at landing him. Dominic Boykins, we have a chance at landing him. Florida State, though, that's gonna be a tough loss if we lose him. So you know what? Let's go after again some 4 stars to have no offers with 0 offers. Okay, this guy Manu Osika's 3rd interested, as well as Kevin Cantwell. Okay, so we're definitely gonna have to now chase after some 3 stars to fill out our board potentially. Okay, and we only have 20 more hours. Okay, so hopefully the scholarships will raise interest as I think we're gonna have to play the game against Oklahoma, and we'll sim past the game against Georgia, and then we'll play the game against Missouri. That is how this will work. We're gonna be down 3 if we even score here after we get the ball back. Okay, yeah, that DB read that screen pass. And how is that a loss of 5? He didn't catch that. I mean, come on, man. He really did not catch that. All right, Texas route for Peterson. Get upfield. Make up for it. All right, first down. We're going to change Platt's route a little bit. We're going to go for a slant. They didn't read it. Let's go. Get upfield, Platt. Let's go. All right, Peterson in pass protection. It has worked, but let's see. Yep. Let's go. If we're going to have to use our tight ends, we will. Just like we've done in all of our other rebuilds. If we have to use our tight ends, we definitely for sure will. Okay, that looked like a low hip tackle. Okay, yeah, that was a bad throw. Yep. Oh, come on. Hold on to it. Okay, Mike's covering the running back, and that is Jalen Brown over the middle for a first down. I mean, we really are coming up clutch, especially on these 4th down situations. All right, okay. Platt. Nice catch. I'm going to hit Jalen Brown on the out route. Okay, so it is definitely going to be man here. Okay, his safety collapsed. All right, so we're going to hit, that is CS Brown. Okay, that's a good pass. Looks like our backup tight end here, Schmidley, came in. So we're going to put Peterson in pass block. And we're going to motion out Jordan Anthony perhaps to the wheel. Yep. That's CS Brown again, and it's 2nd and inches, but we're out of bounds. All right, more than likely we're gonna have Platt on the hitch route. No, we don't have him. But oh my God, that throw was so bad. See if we can give Lennon a good run here on 3rd and inches. We do, and it is good for a first down. Nice. Okay, let's actually contest the corner here. He's definitely pressed up on him, and then we'll put what's it called? Platt on the speed out. Out of the backfield, Peterson. Let's go. Okay, they only kicked the field goal. Okay, so if we score, we'll go up by 1, and then we're gonna have our defense hold here. So we'll put Lennon in pass protection to potentially maybe use Peterson. Yep, it's gonna have to be Amarian Peterson coming in clutch. All right, so that'll be the last play of the 4th. Actually, the last play of the 3rd, excuse me, going into the 4th. Okay, if you want to hit Jalen Brown on the out, we at least have to hit pass protection here. Okay. Why run the hitch on that one guy, Jordan Anthony? Yeah, I don't know why we have that there. All right, let's go double slam potentially. Yep. Let's go. That's Jalen Brown. All right, first down. Keep the tempo going. Why fly? Well, hopefully Anthony can get open, and we'll put Peterson in pass block. We'll motion out Platt. Okay, yeah. Okay, that is... Okay, thank God he didn't come away with that. It's bogus. Okay, wait, he's not even set. The corner's not even set. Yeah, we'll dump it off for Jordan Anthony. Get off your guys now. All right, 3rd and 2. We're on the wide side of the field now, so we have a little bit more room for Jalen Brown, potentially. Yep. Just don't drop it, Jalen. Nice. We got the first. I'm telling you, ever since our North Texas dynasty, the air raid has been one of my favorite playbooks to use so far. I love running the pass game. And, oh, come on, Jalen. Make the catch. Okay, and you go figure Oklahoma's still good. John Mateer's still on that team. We'll run out. God, nothing's open. We ran out to the wrong side of the field, too. It's going to be a dangerous crossbody pass. All right, 3rd down. We'll run the inside route here. And he's got open space! CS Brown into the end zone! Let's go! We're going to go up by 1. Okay, and they punted. So what we can do is let's run the football. Run that damn football. As we're going to get 6 on that, and they're going to have to use their timeouts. Yep, hand that football off again to Amarian Peterson. That's a first down. All right, we'll put Peterson in pass block. And then we'll motion out Jordan Anthony to potentially hit CS Brown over the middle. Yep, CS Brown. You're going to have to hold on to that. And no injuries. That's their final timeout. And all we need is 1 more first down, and we ice the game. Oh, that was such a slow cut, though. Oh, no, Peterson! Oh, and it's his ankle, too. That is not good. So we'll put Lennon in pass protection, and we'll adjust Platt out on the slant. Platt! Let's go! Hold on to that! All right, run it down. Run it down to the 2-minute, and then we'll ice it. All right, that's the 2-minute warning. So they have no timeouts. So you know what? We'll just run the football for the first time. And then as the clock runs, we'll just kneel it out and ice it. Okay, that'll give Lennon a little extra carry. So then we'll go special teams form, clock, QB kneel. And we'll just kneel out the clock with no timeouts. Wait, what? How does that not run down? Okay, yeah, that's so dumb. So that means we have to pick up a first down. That was actually very dumb. That means we actually have to pick up a first down. Come on, Platt. Get upfield. Okay, way to hold on. But we gotta run it. You gotta run it back. Anthony! He got it! Okay, now it's over. Now it's over. I got so overconfident. That was so stupid. I'll never do that again. But we're gonna beat Oklahoma. And we're gonna get another top 25 win. Matter of fact, that was a top 10 win, which was even better than that. And by a really close score of 21-20. And it was a good thing we picked this game. We'll sim potentially our loss to Georgia, and then we will go into... We got our 5-star running back! Nelson and Nagbury. Let's go. We just got him, and we lost Nunez and Boyette, but it really doesn't matter. We got another 5-star. I mean, no shot. We are an SEC school, so why are we not supposed to get 5 stars? But with that commit, we got 245 hours to use on some other guys. So we'll take a look at who's ready for visits. Actually, no. Let's put some hours on guys who stayed through the entire process. Actually, no, we can't give hours because we haven't even scouted these guys. So if any of them are busts, we have to pull back on some of these guys. Oh, never mind. We got a gem in Vernon Yazzie. That's a solid pickup right there. So we'll move him to 3-star gems, and that actually saves us some hours here. We got hours on a 3-star gem and nobody else. So we're gonna have to similar potential loss to Georgia. But if we can upset Alabama again, we can basically upset everybody. I don't know. An upset would absolutely be shocking once again. Yeah, we lost to Georgia. Oh, I'm pretty sure we did end up getting smoked. Yeah, 38-10. And they're definitely going to make a run for the playoff as we prepare for our battle line rivalry game against Missouri. So far against our rivals, we are currently 1-0 as part of our side quest. So we just need to win this game to keep our side quest intact, basically. Okay, we had no check marks on McNeil yet, but we do have 100 more hours to scout more talent once again. And then we'll just give the 15 to Adonis Bigsby. Okay, so we'll sim past the bye week, and then we'll get ready for our game against Missouri. We now know for a fact our contract is going to, in fact, be extended, because a 2-10 season to a 7-4 season turnaround is huge, as we did get Niles Fayad, our center, and then we lost out another 3-star. So we'll get ready for our game against Missouri, who are now 24th ranked as a 5-6 team. Holy crap. Yeah, that's definitely some SEC bias. And we're definitely going to have to win this game and play this game and win it if we really want to secure it. But what is with Dominic Boykin's playing style? So we could lose him to USC if we don't fix our playing style. Okay, so we have 140 hours. Let's actually make an attempt at a sell. This guy's in first place. Playing style and pro potential. Okay, it could be clocked in. Okay, it is clocked in. We play this game now, and then fix our playing style with Dominic Boykin so we can try and land him. But meantime, let's play the game against Missouri. All right, we're going to put C.S. Brown on the slant. No, C.S. Brown, slant. Take a shot at least towards the end zone, and then we'll figure out if we have to go take another shot from there. C.S. Brown, he's got it! Let's go! That'll give us the lead. And, oh my God, they just capitalized on that. Going into the second half. Jesus, they've read that screen pass again so very well. All right, pass protection for Peterson. All right, yep. The whole middle of the field wasn't covered for Jordan Anthony. Okay, that's a first down there. Let's just keep the tempo going. I get that it's the same concept, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. And, okay, we could have Lennon here on the Texas route, potentially. The screen pass doesn't open up. All right, Lennon, let's go! Way to get upfield. We're gonna adjust that concept, but except we're actually gonna put Peterson on the pass block, and then we're gonna keep Lennon on the Texas route. We wanted to give true freshmen some love here, as Lennon, oh, he dropped it. Oh yeah, beautiful ball for Jalen Brown. Okay, we got a first. Okay, that throw was way too high for Peterson there. Yeah, we're going to pass block and just sell the play action, perhaps. Yeah, Anthony's over the top. Way to get the first, buddy. Okay, yeah, the pressure came so quick. Okay, it looks like Black came out for Schmidley, and we're going to put the pass block on Peterson again. Okay, come on. Okay, Black came back into the game, and then we're probably going to have to hit the Texas for Peterson. Just don't drop it. Truck your way through into the end zone. Let's go. We're going to be back in the lead. Come on. Defense, please hold up. Okay, we did hold up going into the fourth quarter. All right, we can score one more time here. Yep, Anthony on the out route. Perfectly timed ball. Okay. Way to get around the guy and get out of bounds. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Pass. No. Peterson, pass block. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. Just dump it off for Jalen Brown. If nothing's open to the left side, just give it to the one that's uncovered, and that was Jalen Brown in this case. And I had to throw it a little bit more down and away, so that way he can actually come back for it. Nothing there. Ah, I thought he had Anthony. All right, third down. Actually, no, second down and 10. All right. Holding call. Yeah, just Let him run on his own. I mean, I love him for blocking for me, but I hate them for getting holding calls. You know what? 2nd and 20, we're going to put him in pass protection. Okay. Oh, come on. We're not getting any throws off because of this pressure. Okay, yeah, they dropped back. No, that was the... Okay, I think I need to drop that. Light him up! Get him down! Thank you. Okay, they actually gave it away. And we're in pretty good field position now. So you know what? Let's just... Oh my god, no hole was open. And he's hurt! Oh, it looks like Lennon's gonna have to be our permanent starting running back unless he's not hurt that bad. Alright, Jalen Brown. That's a low ball, but he at least got the first down. And he's out of bounds. Man, I've been loving my out routes to my tight ends if he doesn't drop it. Alright, 2nd and 10. I don't know if the route for Jalen Brown's gonna be there, but we're just got the... Don't hesitate! Can't freaking hesitate on a screen pass. That's not how the screen pass works. You have to just keep on going with it to get away from the tacklers off the edge. Okay, thank you. Platt! They dropped the backer too far back. And he's got the first down! Alright, use your timeouts. Right. Get to the outside, Peterson! You're gone. You're so gone! We're gonna win this game! And they didn't recover the onside. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna run away from Missouri with a 31-28 win. And go 2-0 in our rivalry games heading into our bowl game. But that's another great top 25 win. So we got 3 top 25 wins this season against SEC opponents. And we're actually looking like to have a bright future. Especially with the recruits that we got on board so far. So that'll take Missouri out of the top 25. And we're going to go into our bowl game with a lot of high hopes. And we lost Boykins to USC. That was tough to lose. And we got our first rank! I literally just saw that. We got our first rank. We're now 21st ranked in the nation after that win against Missouri. And unfortunately, we got to say goodbye to Dominic Boykins, our Gen 5-star wide receiver. I am very sad, but good news is we can push for some of these other guys here. Move back to the prospect list and look for more 3-stars while we're at it. Oh, and Chesley is a bust. That is unfortunate. And we don't have any hours to get to Wilkins. And everybody's in first as we go into our bowl game. And there you see it. We are 21st ranked in the nation. And we are ranked 9th in the SEC. So let's get to hire some staff up. Okay, so yeah. Thank God our offensive coordinator left. He was an F prestige, and he was not great. But good news is we did get Luke Fickle, and we did raise our prestige up from last season from a D+ to a C+. We raised it by a full grade, which is fantastic. And we did, in fact, get our contract extended, which I don't know by how long, though. But we did, in fact, raise up our prestige. It's a 5-year extension after going 8-4. From 2-10. So I'd say that is a very good cake in the pocket for our head coach here. So we're going to get into our bowl game, and I think we'll call it a day. And we're moved up to number 20, and we're definitely going to raise our prestige up. Devin Dampier from Texas won the Heisman Trophy, and we're going to have Houston in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. So our first bowl game of our rebuild comes against Houston. So we can now hire some staff. We can go into our, let's see, our offensive coordinator jobs. Okay. We can't get Scotty Walden. Let's check his tree here. He is a C-, but he's a strategist. Okay, so if we do book a visit, we get 1,050 bonus XP for a win. Okay, so that's pretty good trait to have. Let's see, Jamie Chadwell. He is a C, but he is a talent developer. 3,000 plus XP when a player is drafted. So I think we should go down strategist and offer Scotty Walden, because we can at least know if somebody wins if we see that the what's it called, a recruiting visit game and we get a win. That's how we would know that. So we're gonna go into our first bowl game against Houston. And we're going to play this one. So let's get rocking and rolling. All right, the AutoZone Liberty Bowl is our first bowl game of our coaching career against Houston. And we're going to get the ball first here to start. And you know what? It's a good thing that we have the split backs as part of our air raid playbook here. Because I like to run the 2 running backs. I mean, we have 2 5-star running backs with like impact and star development on each one. We can honestly use them both to our advantage.
No!
Oh my God, we literally just threw it right to him. Tackle him, please, Lennon. Thank you. We got pressured off the edge, and he just swiped it away for a pick. Oh, they only kicked a field goal out of it. That was interesting. I honestly really thought C.S. Brown would have the comeback route, and then you just got hit right off the edge. Okay, if we can at least hit Jordan Anthony. Come on, come back for that. Damn, why are some of our guys hesitating on some of their routes? Okay. That is Jaden Platt over the top for a first down. Oh my God, nothing got there and open. Yeah, they brought the blitz. Okay, how are we going to get deep routes off if we're just going to keep on getting pressured, especially in these kinds of situations? Okay, so we're going to hit Jordan Anthony, but we only got 10 out of that. And they hit the field goal again, so our defense is bailing them out of the end zone, but we're not putting it in ourselves. That's what we need to do. And they're covering zone on the bubble, and they are playing that read perfectly. I don't understand how. All right, we're going to have to help. No. Can we not change? Oh, yeah, it's a fucking screen pass. Of course we can't change it. And we can't get the throw off because the screen pass is covered too. I really don't understand it. All right, third down. Nothing is there, man. Nothing is there. That's 3 drives coming away empty-handed. And they're running like... They're running some kind of return formation here. That doesn't let us get to the return, man. And they scored a touchdown. Could this be actually our first ever bowl loss? Here on the channel, perhaps? I really don't want it to be. Okay, we got patient there for Marion Peterson. Get off me! Okay, yeah. Lennon, right over the top, make the catch. Let's go. Get us back in this game now. All right, Lennon again. Don't drop it now. Let's go. Oh, my God, you're hurt again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, my freaking God, bro. That's 4 drives with absolutely nothing. Okay, they punted. This is literally going to be our 5th drive, and we've gotten absolutely nothing. Like, I don't know what is going on with our offense right now. Like, nothing is getting open, and nothing is coming up for us now. Yeah, we let the backer go there for friggin' Jalen Brown there. So, you know, just keep the tempo going. And yeah, and Lindsey's getting cold. Yeah, obviously he's getting cold. We're letting up nothing on offense right now. So we're going to hit Jordan Anthony. Okay, we did in fact get out of bounds off that. I'm shocked to say the least. You know what? We're going to put Anthony on the post. We're going to see what happens if they wedge between the safeties. Nope. Nothing there. All right, we're going to have to hit Merriman. And then, you know what? We'll call a timeout ourselves. We'll run one more play before the 2-minute. Okay, get outside the screen. I don't think we got it. No, we didn't. It's 3rd and inches. Yeah, you know what? They're just going to send the blitz. So we're just going to put both of our backs in pass block. Yep, they set the blitz. Right there. Make the catch, Jordan Anthony. Yeah, we're going to have to take our 3. At least come away with something. Right down the middle. All right, we're going to be down 13-3. Okay. We still have a chance. But we don't have any timeouts. Okay. Nothing is open yet. Just, no, don't hesitate. Get rid of the ball. Don't pull a hezzy move on me, stupid. Get rid of the football. Okay. Okay, B. All right, that's fine. All right, hurry up. Yeah. Oh, my God. Okay. They drop both backwards in the cover. All right, yeah. Just give it for Jalen Brown, and then just run the hurry up again. Yeah, they set the blitz again. Okay. And he dropped it. Yeah, just find the Texas route for Peterson. Okay. Hurry up again. Hurry up again. Same play. But we have to push it more towards the end zone, though. Yep. Out in the open. He dropped it. Merriman.
Nope.
No! Our 3rd turnover of the game. Okay, but good news is we did get the ball back in the red zone. So we just have to calm down and settle in. And not drop any passes now. Okay. Be patient. All right, we got the first down. All right, right there. End zone for Jalen Brown for the touchdown. All right, and we do get the ball back with 3 minutes in the third. So we have plenty of time to settle up. All right, Jordan Anthony. Let's go. Okay, we're up to the 49. Oh, wow. What a speedster Jordan Anthony is. Come on now. You know what? We're just going to send Jalen Brown on a fade. We're going to see if he can test him deep. Okay. High safety. Not out of the box yet. Okay, I think we got him. Jalen Brown! Okay, he got the hand in there. Yeah. We're going to have to dump it off to Lennon here. Okay, not a bad cut. We got the first down. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, yeah. He got him beat on inside shade. Oh my god, it was overthrown. We'll see who things fall here. Okay, they set the blitz. But they overthrew Anthony! Come on! Fine, we'll take our 3 points. And tie the game and hope our defense can come through again. Oh my god! We actually just got the ball back inside the 15. That is huge. Alright, so instead of the screen, we're going to have to Texas. On the dual back. Yep, right there. Lennon! Alright, we got the first down. Alright, we got Jordan Anthony there on the jet touch pass, potentially. Oh, yeah. Okay, we couldn't get in. Nothing was there. Both of our receivers to the left side are pressed up. So we're going to have to hit flat, and we're going to have him get in. We're back in the lead now. Oh, we're going to be backed up at the 1 yard line. Damn, that sucks, bro. Oh, we're actually right on the goal line, but it really doesn't matter when you have Khalid Lennon. Anthony? Ah, damn it. Okay. Oh, I thought we had the corner for Platt. All right, third down. We're going to have to pick it up here if we want to keep a hold of our lead here and not have to punt. All right, Peterson, please don't drop it. Thank you! Amari and Peterson. All right. We're up to the almost midfield. Okay, that's a good peel back block for Peterson. He's got another first down. We're making up for all of our lost rushing yards right now. All right, let's just hope it gets open this time around. We have to be patient. And again, nothing is there. He really had that clogged up. All right, you know what? He's pressed up inside shade. We're going to test him deep. And then we're going to hopefully have the safety drop back on Merriman. Yeah, no, it wasn't there. We're just going to have to drop it off to Peterson. No, he dropped it. Yeah. Oh, but how slow is CS Brown right now? What is going on? Now the question is, do we have the leg for a 57-yarder? We're going to have to try it. Oh, my God, we shanked it. I mean, we would have had the distance, too. Okay, good thing they gave it up. But we would have had the distance, too. I saw how that ball went. Over the middle for Platt. All right, that's our first timeout. On the flat for Anthony, we got the first down, but he was out of bounds. All right, we're going to have to run the H quick once again. And hopefully stay patient again and see if anything gets open. All right, cut inside there. Okay, we got something this time. All right, that's all their timeouts. So we just have the 2-minute timeout. So anyway, if we get in the end zone, it's over. Oh, yeah, we're in. Amari and Peterson. We're going to win our bowl game. And they don't recover the onside. So after a slow as hell start to our bowl game, we're going to end up winning 27-20 against Houston. And we'll go into 2027 with possibly one of the brightest futures in college football. All right, we made our staff moves. So now we won our bowl game. Let's sim to the end of season recap and find out who won the Natty and who's our serious contenders in the SEC. And it looks like Texas beat their in-state rival Texas Tech for the national championship. And huge shout out North Texas and Drew Mestamaker getting into the tournament. We literally just rebuilt them in our last episode. We also have BYU as a 9 seed who eventually knocked out Quincy Porter and Ohio State. But yeah, that's it for 2026. So now we can look forward to 2027 in hopes of a bright start and a bright future, as we just went 9-4. So as you can see, the only transfer that we had coming out of this team is sophomore KJ Jackson. who wanted playing time over anything else. So, honestly, with the extremely low possibility, there is no stopping him. Yeah. And then everybody else left at graduation, including Antonio Patterson, our strong safety, and Quincy Rhodes, our right edge, at an 88. So we're definitely going to have to fill that hole with a lot of things. But we'll sim ahead to the transfer portal and go ahead and refill this team. Because if we want to be that caliber of team in the SEC, we need to fill guys of that caliber. Oh! Quincy Rhodes, round 7 of the NFL draft. Congratulations. All right, so we have 1,200 hours in the transfer portal to spend on some talent. We only have 5 recruits signed already, including a 5-star. So let's lock down some of our talent with some hours here. And then we'll schedule these high school guys for visits. Oh! Oh, Eli Holstein transferring from LSU. Okay, and he's second interested to come to Arkansas. So you know what? Let's get him locked up. If we want any quarterback to take over for his senior season, to build up perhaps Drake Lindsey, it's got to be Eli Holstein. Because why not? Oh, Jalen Dupree from our North Dakota State rebuild. Let's get him on. Then Ronnie Fields Jr. I don't think I'm going to want him. We already have 2 running backs. Or Turbo Richard. DJ Pickett. We'll get him back. And we didn't get anybody locked up. Wow. Okay, but at least Holstein is still on the clock. That's the important thing, is if Eli Holstein is still on the clock, because he's our guy at quarterback, and still no commits. Unbelievable. And we lost Nathan Fry to Pitt and Max McNeil to Ole Miss, 2 of our high scorers. We just need them to stay in first place. Now, the guy I would really want to keep is Eli Holstein. Okay, we finally got some commits. We did get a 4-star free safety in Chance Ficken. That was our gem. Yep, that was our gem. And we're going to lose a couple more. So the recruiting class is not going to look the best. We lost OOC kind of Pitt. Oh my god. Why is Eli Holstein deal breakering us the playing time? Like, who are we giving more playing time to? Oh no, we lost DJ Pickett. We lost him to LSU. Anybody here? So let's see. Okay, we did a 4-star Alex Blair. That was a couple of our high scores going to come first. Yep, Kevin Campbell, that's another one. Cole Law, that's another one. Yep, that was our last high schooler. Yeah, I don't think we got Holstein. We got him! No way! Okay, we actually got Eli Holstein! And you know what? We're making him our starting quarterback. Screw the playing time deal breaker. We're gonna make him our starting quarterback. And I don't give 2 shits about what the deal breaker says. We're gonna make him our starting quarterback, and unfortunately we ended up losing Jalen Dupree to our old school Nebraska. Hey, we at least got Eli Holstein on board to be our starting quarterback. We lost Wine to Duke, Kerry Brown to Pitt, and we lost Irving to Florida, but we got 12 transfers. We got 12 more commits on board on top of our 5, which unfortunately makes a total of 17. We're still amongst the top 30. Wow, so all the 5-stars that we've picked up so far are honestly helping. And we also got 5 4-stars too. So that one 5-star in Nagbare honestly really helped. That is honestly quite something. So our starting quarterback is obviously going to be Eli Holstein, taking over for his senior season. And then we can potentially build up the redshirt freshman here in Ndukwe, who we picked up. And then running back will still be Amarian Peterson or Nelson and Nagbare or Khalid Lennon. It's going to be a battle for the starting job at the backfield, but we'll see who will win that going forward. And then wide receivers, we still have Jalen Brown in his senior season. We still have C.S. Brown in his senior season. Courtney Crutchfield, Andy Jean, and we picked up multiple freshmen, including 4-star Kevin Cantwell. We're going to have to work our tails off, especially at every single position possible. Tight end is still going to be Jaden Platt for his senior season, so we're going to have to pick up a tight end. Okay, so Selman Bridges is a 92 overall. Courtney Crutchfield went up to a 91, and he'll be our number 1 wideout with star development, right in front of Jalen Brown. And Jaden Platt went up to a... Wow, Drake Lindsey went up to an 89 overall with impact. Wow, and then Eli Holstein... No. We want Holstein to be our guy. We want him to be our guy. Drake Lindsey's going to mentor under him and back him up. We want Holstein to be our guy. I don't care what anybody says. So QB, I think it was because of his development. That's probably why that they had him at F playing time. But honestly, it doesn't matter. We're going to have him be the starting quarterback. So what's Drake Lindsey's deal breaker? Brand exposure. Okay. So, you know what we're going to do? Eventually, we're going to have to fulfill Eli Holstein's wishes here. Because if we want Eli Holstein to just thrive and take over. Okay, we got Scotty Walden as a strategist. Okay. And then Luke Fickle stayed where he is. Okay. I didn't get to have time to look at the rest of the training results, but it really doesn't matter. Because our focus right now is getting Eli Holstein the attention he wants. Okay, encourage transfers. Okay, he built up to a 75, and he's a redshirt freshman, so he's going to work his way up potentially. And Holstein's going to leave after his senior season, so he's going to have to fight past Lindsey. And then Teddy Cleveland we haven't used. Okay, so it's going to be a two-way battle between Khalid Lennon and Amarian Peterson for the starting gig. Yeah, I really don't think we did trim down much in terms of our roster because everybody is like evenly matched here. And plus we're getting into like our rebuild year 2027 where if things go as planned. Okay, so we're now an 87 overall team. And we're the 14th ranked team in the nation going into preseason. Okay, that's how things will shape up, huh? Okay, so let's go to the depth chart for a second as we just unlocked that. So Eli Holstein's now an 88 overall, so we're going to have to move up Eli Holstein for his senior season. We just picked him up from the transfer portal. And then we have Khalid Lennon at sophomore starting running back, and then wide receiver Courtney Crutchfield at a 92. He's going to be our top guy. Then Jalen Brown, and then we still have CS Brown. Those are our top three wideouts right now. Tight ends, Jaden Platt. Okay, that's a good sign at a 90 overall. And then offensive line, 80, 86, nice at left guard, 76 at center, not terrible. 86 at right guard, way to hold up there, and then 78 at right tackle. Okay, that was a pretty good adjustment that we made. Edges, 87. Wow, he really developed a lot. And then 81. D tackles, 85 and a 70. But you gotta remember, Javier Levine is a redshirt freshman. He's always going to continue to develop and raise his development traits. But Garrison Addison at an 82, that was a good move to Sam. Is a 90. Okay. Wow. Elite development traits, too. Wait it. Bring it as a redshirt freshman transfer. And then Tavion Wallace is at an 82. 92, 79, 78. Free safety, 78. Okay. Ficken already lost the job. And then strong safety, Martellus Carter. So now we have the right quarterback. So now let's go to our custom schedule and schedule our rivalry games. So let's see who we have. Okay, we already have one rivalry game with Missouri. We don't have LSU. We don't have Texas. We don't have... Okay, so we're going to have to book Arkansas State once again. And then we'll be at their turf this time. And then Oklahoma State, FCS West, Middle Tennessee State. Do we book... Wait, we can't get any SEC opponents anymore. No, we can't. Because all their rivals are in the SEC. See, this is what's so tough about it. LSU, Texas, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Missouri, and Arkansas State. Because we get Missouri every year, but there's less of a chance to get LSU, Texas, Texas A&M. Okay, so I think we're going to have to move some conferences next year if we really want a chance to get any more rivalry games. So for now, we're going to have to win one at the beginning of the year, and we're going to have to win one at the end of the year until we move conferences. So Arkansas State's on the table, and Missouri's on the table. So eventually down the line, we're going to have to pick one more game to fill before we do anything else. So meantime, the schedule's set. Let's pick the recruiting board. And we do get 1,000 hours to spend here as a 4-star school. Oh, let's go! A 4-star gem at will. Chase Foster is our first gem that we uncovered. And another gem at left guard, Manny Best. And another gem at strong safety, Sean Ricks. We'll take that as well. Oh, and finally, we get our first bust with Josh Ryder. No, we don't want to favor you. Get out of here. You're a bust. Get out. Sal Ayu is a 4-star gem at quarterback. Tam, what is with these computer-generated names? I don't understand that. Okay, so we do have a 5-star. And we have another 5-star running back in D. Azuma here. Okay, a 3-star ultimately locked us out, but we couldn't give any hours to anybody, so we just got unlucky with that. Alright, we got the whole recruiting board to ourselves here. Okay, so we got 32, because those 2 are just 4 stars. We can basically land any 4-star we want. So, we can do, if we can fully scout Austin Toller and figure out what to do with him. And we got a gem out of him! Let's go! So, we'll favor him, and then move him to the bottom of our gems list. That's our updated recruiting board, and good thing we didn't end up scouting Toller because we ended up getting a gem in the rough and giving him hours so we can keep him on board. So let's sim ahead past week 0 and figure out where we go. Okay, yeah, a lot of our guys bowed out past week 0. As we're going to get into our first game of the season against Arkansas State. And this is a rivalry game, so this is a game that really counts here. Keep it the way it is for right now. And then once they hit the top 5, we'll know where we go from here. As we get into Arkansas State as our first game. Let's double check the depth chart and figure things out exactly. Hopefully that Holstein stands. Yep, Eli Holstein is still our starting quarterback. And this game is definitely a play, as it is part of our side quest. So let's get right into the 2027 season. And we are on their house this time. We beat you on our home turf. So now let's beat you on your home as the first rivalry game of the season, as we are going to get ball second. All right, we're going to give Enagbre his first carry here. Okay, we gave him the football. Get off him, and he's got it in for the touchdown. His first in his college career. Let's give you one again. Let's show some love to him. Enagbe's it again. Yeah, they set the backer. So yeah, dangerous throw across your body, but at least it's worth it. Crutchfield! Holy shit, he's open! He could go all the way! Touchdown, Arkansas! Let's see if we can hit C.S. Brown. Perhaps. Okay, yeah, they set the backer. C.S. Brown, don't get the hit in there! He's in! Let's get it! Ah, we can't change up the bubble route. Alright, yeah, we're gonna have to hit Lennon and get him in for the touchdown. Let's run the 85x Fox concept here, because we could probably hit C.S. Brown on the fade. Okay, they all drop back, but we can at least run it back here with Holstein. Get to the outside, buddy. You gotta block up field. Dive! You're in for the score! Okay, so I think we're up so big. We've done enough damage. Let's just sim ahead. Yep, skip the moment. Let's just sim ahead. Okay, we're gonna beat Arkansas State 45-24 in our first rivalry win of the season. And if I'm being honest, a rivalry win that's not necessarily scripted as a rivalry win in CFB26 honestly still counts in my eyes. But we ran the score up big time with this team, and that shows all the potential that they have. And because of Holstein's development, he'll definitely overtake Drake Lindsay on the depth chart. Okay, and some of our 4 and 3 stars bowed out on the recruiting board. And we only moved up 2 ranks, which is fine with me, though. I mean, we're in SEC play, as Oklahoma State awaits us next. Okay, let's check the overall on this. Okay, yeah. Our defense is definitely our better part of our roster, besides the talent that I'm using on offense. Our defense is actually looking pretty nice. So, unless we get, like, even matchups, potentially, that we could lose, I don't know. Okay, we did beat Oklahoma State. That's always good. We jumped up another 2 ranks, and we're in for possibly another easy win against FCS West. And we'll start scheduling visits with some of our 5 stars. So let's take the house off of that. And since this is a 5-star who's in first place, let's book him for the Missouri game, because a rivalry game against Missouri would be awesome to have a win on. Okay, and playing style, sorry, I had to double take at least 3 times just so we can get that right. So let's soft sell on whatever his case is. It is the clutch. And then let's take the house off of Delvin Triggs, the 5-star quarterback. He doesn't have a combo with this one, but we do have a same tier opponent perhaps with Florida or Georgia. You know what? He is in first place. Let's book him for Alabama and championship contender. And let's see if we can get a soft here on him. Championship and playing time. I wonder what offers that. Oh yeah, primetime player. Okay, so we'll hope to get more hours based off of that as we sim past FCS Midwest. Okay, we haven't had anybody bow out, honestly. And good thing we did get the win there. We are number 9 ranked in the nation now, as we got the bye week coming up. So anybody else need Oh my, no! Azuma deal breakered us. And he's already in his top 5, so we may end up losing him to playing style. He is a north-south receiver, so let's take a look here. Receptions. So we're not giving the ball off to any of our running backs. So we're not running enough screen passes for you. Is that it? We're probably going to have to cut ties with them. Yeah, let's do it and save some hours. If they deal breaker us, we're cutting ties. So let's see how this holds up and fares as we sim past the bye week. And hopefully we get more top 5s ready to go. And maybe more bow outs if nobody else stays. But who knows. Yeah, we lost Jay Huntley to Texas. And then let's check the back on the board. Okay, everybody else is in first place still. And surprisingly, Alfred Babineau stayed and he reached his top 5. So as we get ready for Middle Tennessee and the Blue Raiders. Okay, we do have 100 hours because of that one commit. So, all right, let's give him the 3rd for the Florida game. And we can stop sending the house. But brand exposure is his deal breaker. We do have a lot of check marks on it. Let's do a soft right now because he is in first place. And we want to try and find it. It's not champion. It's not primetime player. It's not status seeker. It's not house call. It could be football influencer, or it could be gym rat. Which one offers the better one? Okay, it is football influencer that offers the better one. So let's offer that for right now, and then we'll contact friends and family, get as much hours on him as possible. Okay, and then we will do the DM on Chase Foster. Try and get him locked. Then, you know what, let's just do check social media on Malik, because he has a tight end and we can always use a tight end. So, okay, so Middle Tennessee State. This honestly should be an easy game here. Yeah, we got a bailout with Potts, but did Best hit his top 3? Okay, we did beat Middle Tennessee. Yeah, Manny Best is in his top 3, and we're gonna have to fight for it. Okay, as we get into South Carolina. Okay, and you know what, we can fight for it because we do have grassroots, and we did get that right. So, you know what? We can fight for this. So, and I know a way to do it. We can soft sell grassroots, and then we can sway away any other pitch it could be. Yeah, let's soft sell, let's sway hometown hero. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, we got Sean Ricks right. See, the amount of hours we have can open up the door to a lot of things. And then, okay, so standard bearer will be the soft sell. And then we'll try and sway away any other grade, possibly. Okay, can't beat gamer. What else is a high success rate? Oh, brand exposure! You know what? Yeah, it's a high success rate, and it is a question mark, so that could be a case where we got an extra pitch done. Okay, so we can now give Kevin Jones extra hours. And we can, okay, Vernon Malik is in his top 5. And we'll probably book him for the final visit for Florida. We got Babineau's pitch wrong. Okay, so we know what it is now. It is primetime player. No, it's not. But what else offers pro potential? Is it really Gym Rat? It is Gym Rat. Okay. I'm surprised he's still in first. Because it's a good thing we ended up soft selling. Okay, we just did that. Okay, so I think we're good how we are. And if anybody bows out, it's on them. Okay, so as we get into South Carolina, this is a team that doesn't have Lenore Sellers, and I think they're definitely declining an awful lot. So let's get this game done with. Are you serious? We actually lost to South Carolina. I need to check the final on that. What even was the final? Are you serious? We lost by 10 points. You have got to be kidding me right now. And we beat FCS 70-0. We beat Middle Tennessee 36-20. We beat Oklahoma State 31-13. But how did we lose to South Carolina? I mean, to be fair, it was on their turf, but the Florida game's gonna have to have an awful lot of things to deal with. Okay, we did get that pitch right, and Marquez Dobbs is still in first, so we can do a hard and push him away. Sweet! We just gotta pick the thing that offers a better grade. So we'll hard sell Hometown Hero because it offers a better grade. Now that we got the sway done. So let's offer Hometown Hero, and we'll get that locked before anything. And then Kevin Jones is ready to go, but there's no visits already on tap. So we're gonna have to try and take a guess at the pitch on what it could be. Okay, it is Star Search. Okay, it seems like they'll be thinking to themselves wrong. What it looks like. Okay, we at least got Vernon Malik right. So, you know what? Let's see if we could sway away anything. No. Nah. Let's just keep... No, we can't do a hard sell on it. But he is in first place, though. Okay, it looks like Waddy dropped. But, yeah, it's definitely because of the lack of hours. Because we got the sells right. Florida, now. Do I trust this? Oh, it's very, very even! Okay, this could be the most even game that I've ever seen. It's the same ratings across the board with both teams. So, the question is, it'll all come down to luck. Because if I look at the team's schedule, we're going to have to pick a game to play other than Florida. And then you have visits on the line. So, at Vanderbilt... Okay, so I think either Georgia or Alabama is going to have the game with bigger implications. And we're both home for those games. I think the game that has the bigger implications down the road, which I think is going to be Alabama, that's the game we're going to have to play. Either that one or Georgia. But, I don't know. We'll figure it out down the line. We do have a very even matchup against Florida, and I do trust the sim. So I'm only allowed to play 3 games a year. Let's cross our fingers that we can actually take down Florida. We are very even in the ranks. We did get a commit. We got 5-star Dalvin Treggs. Let's go. We locked up Dalvin Treggs. And unfortunately, we lost Sean Riggs to Georgia. Wait, we actually won, right? We beat Florida. Let's go. Climb up the ranks again. We're back in the top 10 as we get into Vanderbilt. I definitely knew I should have trusted the sim. We leveled up big time because of those visits, and we won that game. That was huge. So we're going to go ahead and take on Vanderbilt. And with that 5-star commit, we got locked out by Manny Best. That is unfortunate. And luckily, Sean Ricks was a 4-star that we lost out on. All right. We can actually finally give Doug Tobias some love and attention here. We can give Vernon Malik the attention he deserves, and he's still in his top 3. So let's actually hard sell on his pitch. Yeah, we'll keep it like that for right now as we get into Vanderbilt. But seriously, how do we lose to if we somehow lose to Vanderbilt? I don't know what to believe, because if we can beat a team like Florida, I don't know what to say. And we lost to South Carolina already in the season, who are such a lower overall than us. And that game was also on the road, so I don't know what to believe. Okay, we did get a 4-star quarterback in Sal Ayu. Okay. We got Hugh Mon. That's a good pickup. Ooh, we got Jeremy Hart. 4-star corner, so that's 3 more commits off the board. And we lost Chase Foster. We lost Hennessy. We lost Thrash at LSU. Okay, we did beat Vanderbilt, at least. Okay, thank God. Okay, but the fact is that we got 3 more commits on board. It is amazing. As we get into number 1 ranked Georgia, that will be a game that we have to play, I believe. We lost Chase Foster to Oklahoma, but we did get Sal Ayu. We got our 2 quarterbacks. We lost Chance Averill to a lockout. We got Hugh Mon, right guard for the line. We got Jeremy Hart. And then we got... Oh, we lost Micah Hennessy to Oklahoma. Yeah, let's try... you know what? Let's actually do the sell and sway tactic on playing time and playing style. Let's actually sell on campus personality. And then let's sway and anything else that offers both of them. Yeah, let's sway on the clutch. So we did get 4 commits. Oh, we're losing out on Marquez Dobbs. Oh, Miami. You go figure it would be Miami. What's his visit? Alabama. This guy already has first place. So, and he has a quarterback complimentary. So, okay, him on for Alabama. Playing time. And that's it. And then Tobias, we're doing that sell and sway. And that's it for everybody right here. Okay, so with 255 hours left, let's actually go back to the prospect list and figure out what kind of 3-stars we could fill up with. Wait. Azuma, can we still go after him? Why is he still on the board? We can still go after him! Holy shit! Okay, we can't book him anything now, so you know what? Let's do the sell and sway tactic on him. Last ditch effort. Alright, clutch, and then sway on what's the better grade. Okay, medium success rate. I actually do A+. Okay, yeah, let's try primetime player on this 5-star D Azuma. We honestly got very lucky that we could try and get him back. I was gonna say, what is Azuma still doing on the board? I thought he deal breakered us before. So I do think the Georgia game is going to have to be the game that we're most for certain going to have to play, because this is against the #1 team in the nation. So if we could upset the #1 team in the nation, that would be an absolutely huge statement win. Hey! Jalen Abreu, a gem at will linebacker. Oh, another bust in Reggie Allen. 3-star bust. That's unfortunate, but it's okay though, because hopefully the scholarships will raise their interest rates as we get into possibly the biggest game that we'll ever have in any of our dynasties against #1 ranked Georgia. We have never taken on Georgia in any of our dynasties, and I mean, we did with Coastal, but we lost badly. So a win against them would absolutely be massive. Yeah, I don't think there's beating Georgia this year. Yeah, especially when you're making drops like that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank God he dropped the pick. No wonder they're the #1 team in the nation. Honestly, I don't care if we lose to this team anymore, honestly. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, if we put out a good performance regardless. Oh, the hands! Yeah, I think we're just going to have to use a timeout and hope that we can at least try and find some form of comeback here. Oh, don't drop that, Jalen! Alright, now it's 4th down and 5. This really is our last chance to come back. Okay, they set the blitz, and we're not gonna get open on a run! Yeah, and you know what? Let's just skip this. We're gonna lose to Georgia. There's no coming back. That's the 2nd time we lost to Georgia in our Dynasty series by far. Very, very disappointing way to go out. I mean, none of our guys were getting open, and we just couldn't convert on anything. So, it hurts. But we're potentially going to lose out on a lot of the recruits that we have because of that loss. Because I'm pretty sure that loss had a lot of visit implications happening, and I honestly can't even describe the disappointment that I had right there. And interestingly enough, even after the loss, we still got a 5-star commit in Alfred Babineau. And we got our tight end, Vernon Malik. And we got Alex Waddy, a wide receiver. And yeah, we lost our chance at Azuma to North Texas, landing a 5-star recruit. And then we had Austin Toller. We lost him to Tulane. Yeah, you go figure we're gonna lose some recruits as we get into Kentucky. But honestly, with that loss, and that commit at 5 stars, we at least got another 5-star commit. We still have a chance at 2 more 5 stars that are on our board, and we still got 1 more 4-star that's still in his top 8. And we did get a tight end, and we did get a wide receiver. We lost out on Owusu, and we lost out on Yusuf, and then Scroggins is gonna deal breaker us to what? Playing style. Yeah, if we're gonna offer you a scholarship, but you're gonna complain about playing style, there's no chance in you even coming onto this team. Regardless, I'm just being honest here. It already hurt and broke my heart that we even lost to Georgia. And knowing that we're probably going to have to play them again in the national championship if we do get there. And we're going to have to play even worse teams like Alabama, potentially, which I don't know how well they're doing right now. Okay, so the sway attempt was successful. Okay, so we got all 3 pitches on the clutch. So you know what? Let's actually do the soft sell on the clutch and then sway away. Campus personality has the higher grade, so let's try and sway him away on that. Okay, Blair Perkins dropped interest. And then you have a look at we have 2 5-star commits on board. That actually is a huge help, so we could have one of the top recruiting classes by far as we get into Kentucky. And you know what? We're going to keep some of our hours intact for the transfer portal. Trustable sim. Remember, we only have 1 more game to play, and that's the Missouri game. Okay, yeah, we did win. Okay, I was gonna say, our other loss was to, oh yeah, South Carolina, that's right. As we get into the Bama game. If we beat them again, because, we lost out on Dobbs to Miami. And we lost on Tobias to Georgia. We lost Perkins to Georgia Tech. We lost out on Jerry Fuller. But yeah, this is what we have to work with right now. We have 1 more 5-star, and 1 more 4-star gem, and 1 more 4-star 2 more 4-stars in general that we have to work with. And honestly, we're just going to keep our hours intact until we get visits as we get to the Alabama game. And yeah, another 96 overall team. Like, dude, the SEC is just so damn difficult. Like, and the fact that we got to sim past this game too, like, I don't even know what to believe. I mean, if we upset them again, it would be an absolute shock. Especially on our home. Okay, we did get a commit. And we got the 5-star right tackle. Okay, so we got 3 5-star commits in this one season alone. Did we win again? No, okay, this time they ended up beating us. And we're going to have to get by Oklahoma next, which, again, is going to be another tough one. I mean, if we go 2 straight 9-4 seasons and we go for another bowl win, okay, we're going to have to reschedule our whole Missouri game because a lot of the 4-stars and 5-stars bowed out. So we're going to have to hope and pray that we beat Oklahoma. I mean, we are bowl eligible, but, I mean, if we have to go through another loss and go through another 9-4 record, we have to. And we lost our rank and we lost to Oklahoma. See, this is what's so difficult about SEC play as we get into our rivalry game here against Missouri. Okay, yeah, and it's in our home stadium, so we should beat them. I really do hope we don't get Georgia or Bama anymore, seriously. So, yeah, we got 2 of the 3 for Jalen Abreu. So, I think we know what the pitch is. Yep, so we're going to have to play this Missouri game. We're going to have to win that one, and we're going to have to settle for another bowl game. Yeah, see, this is what's so difficult about SEC play, is that if we don't do our recruiting right, and we get bailed out with injuries, we get so unlucky. Alright, so we're going to get into the Missouri game. It's the last game that we get to play, and if we win this game, we can fulfill our side quest for our 2nd straight year. Again, we're going to operate off of a tie game. Merriman? Oh, dude! Oh my god! And now Eli Holstein is hurt. So we're going to have to work off of Drake Lindsay at QB, our pocket passer. That means we can't run the football or anything. Yeah, see, this is what happens when your quarterback gets hurt. Okay, wow. I'm surprised. I think it was a missed field goal or it was a turnover. I don't even know what happened. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, but Holstein is not in this game, man. He's, like, out of it. You see his stamina meter down there? Like, he is, like, out of it. You see the red? Yeah. It's at the corner, but Merriman is there. Okay, come on, dude. Get upfield. Okay, you know what? Hurry up. Hurry it up. Keep the tempo going. Yeah, seriously. I can't step up in the pocket for anything. Yeah, we're going to have to put Lindsay in on because he is, like, out of it. Okay, way to get around him, Merriman. Alright, 3rd and inches. No! 4th and 1! Okay, okay. Comeback route. Oh, what a catch! Way to keep the game alive, Courtney Crutchfield. That was a great catch by him. So, we got a fresh set of downs going here. And if we have to work off the run game, we will with the Marion Peterson. Snap it. Okay. Keep pressing the button. Like, why is he not snapping it? They set the corner. Okay. Way to make the catch, Crutchfield. 1st and goal. Platt. Okay, get around him. He got in. All right. We're going to have the lead, but, yeah, I'm still pissed. We are still in the lead so far. Oh, what a block. And, yeah, no hole was open around that. Yeah, if nothing's open deep, just hit Merriman and have him get out of bounds. Oh my god, yeah, they read that so well. Alright, we're going to go into the 4th quarter, up by 7. And because of the 3 straight losses that we had, we are out of the ranks right now. We were once the 6th ranked team in the nation. Because of 3 straight losses, we essentially just got duped from our chances of actually qualifying for the playoffs. So we have to settle for yet another bowl win. Oh my god. Which, yeah, just punt it away. I'm literally that pissed. Our offense is not working again. Oh yeah, we're gonna take. Yeah, we might as well just take that penalty. I don't even care. That's how mad I am. I am getting pissed. Okay, I am honestly quite shocked that our defense actually held up. Honestly, I'll take that rough in the fair catch penalty. I am just that pissed off. Come on, Merriman, get around him. All right, 3rd and 5. Yeah, it's gonna have to be Platt again. Oh, a holding penalty! I am so mad. Yeah. Oh, way to snap that by Crutchfield, but it's not enough. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's no stopping that. My God, how is our defense still holding up after all of our offensive troubles? Get him beat deep! Ah, come on. Okay, they had to use a timeout. I really just want to ice this game and continue on with our side quest at this point. Yeah, that's wide open. Use your second timeout. Get off him! Alright, that's your final timeout, and we still have the 2-minute warning. And we're going to hit an Akbury for the first down. So it'll be a fresh set of downs, and we'll finally run out the clock and ice this game. Yeah, they have no timeouts left, so we're just going to have to run the clock out. And Khalid Lennon is going to get to 3rd and 1. So one more first down, we'll ice it. Yeah, you know what? They don't have a timeout. I completely was rushing through my reads there for a minute. All right, Merriman. No! They're going to have a chance to tie it, but they have no timeouts. They didn't do anything. We're going to win. Let's go. All right. Our side quest has been fulfilled for year 2, as we're going to get another win over Missouri. And have another 8-4 record with yet another bowl game that we're going to have to live with. And hopefully the rivalry games will be a lot better. I mean, okay, we did get Iverson, so we'll save the rest of ours going into the transfer portal. We'll rest on that, and then we'll head to our bowl game. Okay, we did get Kevin Jones as another wideout. We're going to make that our 10th recruit that committed. But, yeah, it was another rough year. I mean, we were ranked in the top 10 most of the year, only to get 3 straight losses. Okay, we did get Rayshawn Kendricks. And Jalen Abreu is 2nd wide at Clemson. Oh, we wait for our bowl game, I guess. And we're going to lose Abreu to Clemson. Oh, so we couldn't give Drew Mestemaker the Heisman Trophy in our rebuild in North Texas, but he wins it here. Unfreaking believable game. And we're going to be in the Gator Bowl against Tulane, which, again, is another ranked team that we're going to have to play. But, I mean, news is it's in the American Conference, so we can at least try and pick up a win of some sort. Go ahead to our bowl game here against Tulane, and we're going to play that out and hopefully get to another 9-4 year. All right. The Gator Bowl against Tulane. So let's see what we can do here. Now, it is a ranked game for what it looks like, so we're going to be against the top 25 team. If we get that win, that would be huge, because our preseason rankings for next year are going to mean a lot after that, as we're going to hit Peterson. Let's see, the rankings now really do not help us, because we were placed in SEC conference play. And it really didn't help out that we lost 3 straight games to Oklahoma, Alabama, and even Georgia, of all teams. So, like, it was tough. Yeah, see, we can't get out on the pocket. We have to get to the outside and run, and that's what Holstein does. Get out of bounds. Okay. Yeah. A little bit inside for Jalen Brown, but we at least got it. Yeah, that was a... Oh, my God. He got hit hard. That was a little high for him. All right, 3rd down and 4. These guys... All right, they set the blitz on. Yeah, just dump it to the back. All right, we got the first down. Get a block, and he's in for the score. And Gene is going to get his first touchdown. Yeah, they're manned up. I got to change the play. Yeah, way to change the play. I knew the bubble screen was going to be covered. Okay, yeah. Crutchfield beat him deep. Get there! Nice! Courtney Crutchfield has a touchdown now. Yeah, that was a good way to beat him deep. I don't know if that high safety's going to look, though. We'll see. Yeah, he looked. Okay. Oh, yeah, Holstein can take off. Holstein can take off. Come on. He got it! Alright, ramp up the score. Let my anger out. We're up 38-14. Yep, let's just keep on going now. Alright, they sent the corner. Shot deep. Ah, alright. No 50 burger, but we took our anger out and we won the Gator Bowl. As we end up going 9-4 for yet another season, then we'll go ahead into the transfer portal in 2028 to hopefully get a better shot at demonstrating what our side quest would look like. Holy shit! It was Georgia Tech who beat LSU for the national championship. Wow. Huge congratulations to Georgia Tech for overcoming all the odds. Let's see. They beat Indiana. They beat Duke. They beat Georgia, thank God. And they beat LSU in the end to win the national championship. Congratulations to Georgia Tech. The stupidest distinction in becoming national champion for them. Let's see if we can get Crutchfield back for one more year. Yes! We got Courtney Crutchfield back for one more year. Pro potential on Tavian Wallace. Yes! Okay, we gave you one more year. Macchiella, playing style. Okay, we got another transfer to stay. Nice. We did get Courtney Crutchfield to stay, though. That's a great sign. And we're going to at least have 3 players drafted. And unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to Eli Holstein. And we got Selman Bridges in the 2nd round. Jaden Platt went in the 4th round. Jalen Brown went in the 5th round. And Eli Holstein surprisingly went in the 7th round. Not a bad draft at all. Alright, so we have 815 hours to spend on any transfers coming out of the portal this time around. So we can get wide receiver. Oh, Deuce Knight! Okay, if we can get a year out of Deuce Knight. Actually, we could get 2 years out of Deuce Knight. Get Charles Lester, someone we already tried to go after, and Dylan Robinson. Those would be huge pickups. And we can also get Kobe Foreman too. And Deuce Knight's deal breaker's playing time. So we could get him the starting job. So he'll definitely be our favorite transfer. And the fact that he's in his top 8, we can actually get him on for a visit sooner. Micah Strickland! Let's get him. Okay, we got DeMar Kendricks. Another one. We got 2 high schoolers. We got Teamu. Okay, we got Kenan Goodley. Okay, I think we got all of our high scores. Okay, so we still got Deuce Knight and Prince Lewerke. Yeah, I'm not sure about Micah Strickland, though. We'll see. And then if we have to, we'll pick up some, like, last-ditch effort transfers, potentially. Because we have 31 recruits on board. So, plus 5 3-star, like, 3 5-star recruits. So, okay, there's one of our high scores. Okay, Strickland, Lewerke, and nothing yet on Deuce Knight. If anything, we want Deuce Knight to be our guy. Okay, nobody else has, like, check marks or anything we could do. Alright, so we're gonna have to sim ahead. Hopefully our last high score commits. And then hopefully Deuce Knight doesn't bail out on us, potentially. We want Deuce Knight to be our quarterback. Okay, that's our last high scorer. So, now all eyes are on the transfer portal. We picked up Micah Strickland. And we also got Maxwell Woods. We lost Deuce Knight! No, we lost out on him to Clemson. Damn, we wanted to get him so bad. So, we were able to get Micah Strickland. It's sad that we lost Deuce Knight. And then we still have to work on Prince Lewerke. But we did get Maxwell Woods. So, we're definitely going to have to do some, like, last-ditch effort stuff here if we want him to get first place. So, we're going to have to put 50 hours on everybody. Yeah, we got Prince Lewerke. We got Okiki at defensive tackle. Elijah Hill at edge. And those are the only 3 we got. I guess nobody wanted to come and play for Arkansas. That is bad. So I don't know what a recruiting class will say about that. And we got the 15th best recruiting class with those 3 5-stars. That is honestly quite something. We got a top 15 recruiting class. And Mohammed is now at a 92. Courtney Crutchfield to the 92. Drake Lindsay's up to a 90. Lennon's up to an 89. Keelan Hale, another one of our 5-stars, is at an 88. And then Tavion Wallace in his senior season is at an 85. Okay, so let's see. Drake Lindsay is going to have to be our starting quarterback this year, yet again, because we couldn't get Deuce Knight. We got Khalid Lennon at an 89, starting at running back, which I would prefer. And then we have Nelson and Nagbare at an 84, and then Maxwell Woods at a 79. And then wideouts, we got Courtney Crutchfield, DJ Merriman, Anthony Macchiella will finally make the jump up, and then Prince Lewerke, who we targeted before and lost, but now we finally got. Our tight end is going to be at a 68, Vernon Malik. But good news is he does have impact development, so that'll really help. Okay, so Muhammad still remains our highest overall player at a 94. Then let's see what happened to the safeties. Strickland became an 83, and yeah, you figure Strickland was going to get the starting job anyway. We moved we got Johnson over to strong safety at an 82, and then we have Martellus Carter Jr. Okay, Fedushin actually took over the starting corner. Then our linebackers continue to develop. Our defensive tackles are getting better, including Javier Levine entering his sophomore year at a 77. And then Keelan Hale entering his junior year with a 91 overall rating. We have 82 right tackle, 88 right guard, 84 center, 79 left guard, and 84 left tackle. Tight ends, no changes there. Wideouts. Okay, so Courtney Crutchfield will be the starting wide receiver. Macchiella went up to an 83, and then Merriman went up to an 82. So every one of them is going to have to work for their jobs, perhaps. So we are currently in the SEC. I honestly still think that Texas should get out of the SEC and get into the Big 12. They should never have moved there. And then Oklahoma, obviously, will follow them. So that way we could still get rivalry games like Ole Miss, Missouri. We could schedule Texas. We could schedule Arkansas State. Oh, yeah, and Texas A&M as well. We could honestly get them. But having Texas and Oklahoma in the SEC was a huge mistake. Oh, yeah, and we also could get LSU, too. But they're a 99 overall team. Man, that is absolutely tough. And then Georgia Tech out of the ACC is the #1 ranked team. That is quite shocking to me. So we're going to make those moves. Okay, so we're perfectly fine the way we are after we move Texas and Oklahoma back to the Big 12. Because we want to at least get, like, some scheduling. We don't want to have any scheduling conflicts. We are 91 overall with everything considered. We got Ole Miss, we got LSU, and we got Missouri. That's 3 rivalry games right there. So, you know what? I still think we should have that Arkansas State game. So we're going to have 4 rivalry games. And we can keep a hold of Memphis. We can keep a hold of the FCS game. Definitely our 3 played games are going to have to be Ole Miss, LSU, and Missouri. So those are going to have to be our 3 games to play. And we are in fact a 91 overall team now. Our offense is not pretty, but our defense got a lot better. And there you go. 5-star gem at cornerback. Evan Bowling. That's really damn good. And a 4-star gem at running back, Kamari Office. Oh, 4-star gem at quarterback, Nick Pierce. Oh, another gem at linebacker as an athlete, Juan DeCastro. We're going to take that all day long. And our last gem is at will linebacker, Sony Aquara. As we sim past week 0, which is obviously our bye week. And then we have 800 hours. We scattered everybody. So now let's start setting the house on our gems. The 40-hour package on everybody else. Good looking board here that we have. So, sim past the bye week. Let's get into our first game against Arkansas State, which I think obviously should be a sim, because we do have 4 rivalry games on tap for this year, and we're going to be ranked to start the season once again. Oh, it was Lee Rickard, our 5-star quarterback. Well, lucky it wasn't a gem. We have 60 hours to get. We put the friends and family on Mitch Parker. Give the friends and family to Celestia Ruse again. And everybody else in first place can kind of stay. Okay, so Evan Bowling still in contention. Arkansas State is going to have to be a game that we're going to sim, obviously. 94 overall defense. That is a major improvement. So let's go ahead and sim past that. And Evan Bowling reached first. Okay, and we got a win. So we're 16th ranked now. We're going to keep an eye up on that meter. We're going to keep an eye on that ranker as we got Memphis next. And we got our first visit here with Juan DeCastro. Take off the send the house and book that one. Okay, so we have Tennessee. We have Miami. We have Ole Miss. And we have Missouri. He is in first place, so let's schedule him for the Ole Miss game. Not yet. Okay, and everybody has 40, except for still the first place guys. Okay, so we're going to probably, hopefully stick to this recruiting board eventually, so we don't have to fill out any holes that we need to, we have to from for 3 stars. Okay, so Memphis should be another win. With that win over Arkansas State before, that is 1 rivalry win towards our book. Okay, and everybody's in first place still. And we beat Memphis, so that's 2-0. As we got Kentucky. Okay, we got some hours for Nick Pierce. Okay, he doesn't have a column with Ole Miss, so let's get him on for the Missouri game. Let's stop sending the house because we have 2 pitches already. So let's see, Coach Prestige, Conference Prestige. It could be Status Seeker. And then Rico Ingold is ready for a visit, so let's get that done. And he is a compliment with the Missouri game, so let's get that scheduled. Anybody else ready? Yes, Kenyon Hubbard. He does have a column with the Castro, so get that booked. And then we got a soft sell because he is in first place. Brand exposure and playing time. Yeah, so it could be prime time player, but see, he has all 40 hours. So, and he doesn't have any pitches yet, so there's nothing we can do here. But we can do Marquis Myers because he has 2 of his pitches. And he does have a column over the Ole Miss game. So pro potential and championship contender. So let's see if we can strike a deal with that. So it could be Sunday player. And then we will do social media on that. And then we can get Sonny DeBeer because he has all 3 intact. And he could be the final one for the Ole Miss game. And then Sterling Romanowski is ready for a visit. That honestly could be the son of Bill Romanowski, if I'm being completely honest. Ole Miss is locked. So let's get him on for the Miami game. So we got the Kentucky game. So let's see how we go here. At this point, I'm gonna call it a day before we sim up to the Ole Miss game. And I want to save my energy for that. And it looks like I'm freaking dying into this hood. All right, we got the win against Kentucky. We're 3-0 going into our FCS game. And look at that, Evan Bowling is ready to go for a visit. So let's send the house off. And he has no column. Let's get him for the Miami game. And he does have all of his cases. So let us hard sell Gamer. Do that. And then Akwara is ready for a visit, so let's take that off. Does have another column for the Miami game, so that could be a huge win if we can win that one. Playing style, and does he have all 3? He does not. So, and that's his deal breaker too. So we're gonna have to try and soft sell. Okay, it's not. Okay, so it could be Gamer. It could be Standard Bearer, which offers the better grade. So let's try that, and then let's do this. And Kamari Office is ready for a visit. Okay, he does have a compliment with the Missouri game. He does have all 3. And then David Ogbu is ready for a visit. Let's get the first on him for the Tennessee game. And then Celeste Ruse is ready for a visit from what it looks like. Okay, he'll probably be the final one for the Miami game, so let's get him. Yeah, it's star search on him. And we'll do DM this time. And then everybody else. Oh, wait. Never mind. John Tree Rooks is ready. Okay, he does have a comment with the Missouri game, so let's get that done. And we know what his case is, so we can do a soft on Sunday player on him. And then finish out. Okay, so this is what our board's looking like. After all the hours have been intact, let's sim past the FCS game. Okay, and everybody's in first place so far. And we did win. Perfect. We're 4-0. Another 4-0 start to the year. Okay, Mitch Parker's ready to go. The only game that has visits left is the Tennessee game. Let's try and fill that game up real quick. All right, that sounds actually perfect to me, actually. So we're going to sim past the bye week and see who bows out and see who commits, but we'll see. We did get a commit, and it is Juan DeCastro, our 4-star gem, and everybody else kind of tailing behind here. We're the 11th ranked team now, and we're at the Tennessee game now. And Evan Bowling did, in fact, drop. Oh my god, frickin' Georgia! Someone did tell me that if you lose a defensive player to Georgia, just drop out of the race. Save your hours for other guys. If you lose a defensive player to Georgia, just bow out of the race. It sucks to have to do, but if we gotta do it, we gotta do it. Alright, we're gonna have to book for the Miami game with Tramit Johns to take his place. Okay, we do have hours to get some more guys here, though, because of the commit, so we can do a hard sell. Actually, no. Let's do... Wait. Okay, Tulane's jumping up. Okay, so we can try the soft with his pitch and then sway another thing to try and get him to convince us. So, okay, so let's see. Hometown Hero has a... Okay, so we could try that. Or aspirational. Okay, that's a better grade. But we'll be free up, though. Okay, yeah. Aspirational has a better grade. And then Sunday Player... Oh, actually, Sunday Player may have a better grade. Let's see. A minus, B plus, A plus... A minus A plus B. Yeah, that has a better grade. Let's try and sway on Sunday Player. And then we're dropping on Romanowski here. So let's commit the soft sell sway tactic on him with soft selling aspirational and then swaying another tactic. Let's see. Standard Bearer, B plus, A plus, D. Status Seeker, B plus, B plus, A plus. Okay, that's the best one so far. House Call, B plus, A minus, B plus. Okay, not quite there. Status Seeker may be the best one so far. Oh wait. Okay, that's an F. Okay, never mind. A minus, A plus. Oh, Conference Legend. That could be that one. Let's try Sway on Conference Legend. Because of the unrevealed grade, perhaps, Sam ahead past the Tennessee game, which looks like is very even, but with our 94 ranked defense, possibly. Hopefully, we could pull it together and get the win on our home turf. If we lose to Tennessee, it's honestly fine too, because obviously it's SEC conference play. Okay, we did get Nick Pierce, and we lost out on Hubbard to Tennessee. Did we lose to Tennessee? We did beat Tennessee! Okay, so even though Tennessee did lose, Hubbard's still committed. Oh boy. We're back here again. The Alabama game at Bryant-Denny. That is not pretty. Yeah, it sucks we lost Kenyon Hubbard to Tennessee. His visit was the Ole Miss game. Hey, we got the Sway on Romanowski. Let's go. So you know what? I think we could sell on whichever one has the better grade, which is Conference Legend, and then do the DM on him to try and get him locked. Oh, we didn't get the Sway on the beer. Okay, so we're gonna have to pull the hard sell on his normal pitch, and then hopefully we get him back. All right, let's start getting some recruits in line. All right, so we're on the road for Alabama. And the overalls are not going to look good here. I can already tell. Oh! Actually, they're very, very even. Our defense against their offense could be pretty even. But I'm not so sure about our offense against their defense. But even at Bryant-Denny Stadium, one of the toughest stadiums to play in, we did get a commit, and it is David Ogbu. Yeah, we lost Ingold and Romanowski. We probably lost. Yeah. You figure we lost to Alabama. But the Miami game... Let's check the ratings on that one. At home, too? We can't let this where our collapse begins here. We lost that on Ingold to Ohio State. We did get David Ogbu as a 4-star commit. Perfect is ready to go. He does have a compliment. And pro potential is there. And we know what his pitch is, so let's get that. We lost that on Romanowski to Oklahoma State. We do have 125 hours to use, but you know what? Let's boost Doug Pounds a little bit. Let's give him the friends and family. Okay, we're in a recruiting battle right now with Tulane, what it looks like. So I think we should just try and sway anything possible. So if we didn't get the sway before with aspirational, so what else could it be? Oh yeah, we couldn't sway before on Sunday Player. That's right. So what else could we sway on? Oh yeah, aspirational. Okay, let's try that. So we got the Miami game coming up. We can't let this be our downfall. We have multiple rivalry games coming up ahead. We can't let this be our downfall. We can't lose to ranked teams. Okay, we did get a commit, and it's the 4-star running back, Kamari Office. Oh, we got another one. Trammon Jones, nice. No shot, we won. Marquis Myers, okay. And Mitch Parker, okay. Oh, we got more. Kiki Nix. Wow, so that's... we lost that on DeBeer and Rooks. But tell me. Yeah, we still lost to Miami, even though we did get the commits. But South Carolina. A win here would make us bowl eligible, but we can't let this be our downfall. Like, we can't start losing games now. Like, we want to be bowl eligible. We want potentially a shot at the playoff. But the more recruits we get, the deeper our class will be in the long run. Okay, and Doug Pounds is ready to go. And then we have all three on him. And, oh my god, Marquis Harper. And Quincy Agumbawala is another bust. Are you telling me that all my guards are going to be busts? This is the 3rd bust in a row, and that's Cade Lemieux. Unbelievable. Okay, so not all of them are busts. Hey! Gem defensive tackle, Kevin Anzalone. So, we're going to get past the South Carolina game, which should be a bounce-back win. So, we need this as a bounce-back win. And then, before the Ole Miss game, we'll check the final scores on our 2 losses and see how things got affected there. Oh, we got our 5-star at will linebackers, Sony Akwara. Oh, we also got another one. We got Steve Jones, 4-star right tackle. And, yeah, some of our 3-stars. And we got Lost Roos to the national champion, Georgia Tech. Okay, we did beat South Carolina, at least. And here it is. The Ole Miss game. This is going to be a huge game. So, on the top of our board is a 5-star gem at will linebacker Sony Akwara. And let's see the top classes so far. We are the number 5 ranked class so far. And it's sad to say we lost Celeste Ruse to Georgia Tech. But good news is we... Okay, yeah. Denson locked us. Hurt locked us. Stachelski locked us. So we do have 23 recruits now. We still got a couple. We still have a chance at this 4-star potentially as we get into this game against Ole Miss. This counts towards our rivalries. So we have 4 rivalry games this season, and this game counts towards our rivalry side quest. So if we can win this one in our home stadium, we'll go 2-0 this season, and we'll already guarantee 500 with LSU and Missouri coming up. We're going to be up 24-13 going into the 4th quarter. So let's see the rankings. SMU, Georgia, our old school, Nebraska, and Oregon are the top 4. Yet we're still hanging in there in the top 20. So we're obviously going to have to win some more conference games if we want any shot at, you know, making the playoff. But we'll see. Okay, yeah. They had that bubble manned up, but he wasn't covered. And Merriman will just walk right in. Okay, our defense came through. We're up pretty big on Ole Miss right now. So let's just wind the clock down. All right, so we got one off that. Oh, we have Malik running that route. Never mind. We'll switch it up a little bit. Oh, Macchiella. Oh, actually, no, that's Merriman. He got a block, though, off Macchiella. All right, we got a first down. All right, come on, Nagbury. Reach forward. All right, we got 2 off of that. Yeah, I would much prefer if Merriman were to run the screen passes. All right. Okay, he dropped down the corner, so that means we can hit Merriman. All right, we got the first, though. We're fine with that. It looks like it's going to be Merriman on the jet touch pass from what it looks like, so we're going to hope something gets open. We just got to be patient. Yep, we got an open hole. Okay, but not much. And Ole Miss hasn't used their timeouts because they're down so low. All right. And Nagbury. Nice. First down. Oh, but that's an injury timeout, but good thing it's on one of their players. Okay, we have Malik blocking for Macchiella, at least. All right. Okay, that's a pretty good block, and we got 1. Take one more handoff to Lennon, and then we'll be fine. Yep, Lennon's got open space. First down, and that's a 2-minute warning. And I think we'll just give it to whoever it is inside. I think it's going to be Maxwell Woods. Yep. We did not get it. We're at the quarter-yard line. All right, we'll just go, what's it called? Formation. Let's go. Goal line, and then QB sneak. We're literally at the half-yard line. How could this fail? Yeah, we got it. We're going to go up 38-13. Okay, they finally scored a touchdown, but it doesn't matter. We're going to recover their onside kick, get to the line one more time, and the ball game is over. We're going to beat Ole Miss and go 2-0 in our side quest rivalry for 2028. As we got 2 more rivalry games to come with LSU and Missouri. Okay, we got Matt Vigil, a wide receiver. We got Agunlei. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Okay, we lost out on 2 more 4-stars. Sad to see, but we are 7-2 and we got 12th ranked now. So we are in the top 12, and the LSU game is coming up, and they went from the 12th ranked team to the 10th ranked team. Yeah, their overall is really dipped, and we are gonna have to play in the jungle. So this is gonna be really tough. So let's go back to the prospect list and fill out any more positions we need. We're the number 4 ranked recruiting class in the nation with 12 commits, 1 5-star, and 11 4-stars. And if we fill out the board with 3 stars, that'll increase that a little bit further. And with gems, it'll better our roster. Oh! And the only shot we take at an outside linebacker, we had to get a bust. Let's lock in. 12th ranked Arkansas versus 10th ranked LSU. The battle for the golden boot. And it will be a tough game, knowing that this is a battle of 2 of the best teams in college football. And we're playing on their home turf in the jungle, but one of the toughest atmospheres to play in. But if we lock in and pull through, we can do anything possible. So let's lock in, and let's get this done. Yep, the number 1 ranked toughest place to play in. So you know for a fact it will be a tough one. And we have to look at the playbook and memorize who gets what. Alright, and Nagbury open. Alright, we got the first down now. So the reason why I say we have to look at the playbook is because we have to memorize who is where and we have to memorize which route is open until the crowd, like, quiets down. All right, we're going to have Macchiella. Nice, way to hold on. All right, I believe Crutchfield has the out route, so. All right.
Get over
Yeah,
here!
see, that's the problem with the stadium pulse. Like, I forgot which button it was. That's the problem with me, having to try and memorize all these routes. Okay. Yeah, Lindsey's gonna have to run with it. Oh, that's a holding penalty. Hell. Yeah, they're gonna decline. Wait, does our kicker have the leg for a 56-yarder? But the stadium pulse, though, is gonna be insane. And did he get it? Oh! So close. Okay. So, they didn't score anything. But good news is we get the ball back. Bad news is that we're stuck at the 4-yard line. Yeah, he didn't crash. Good thing we handed it off. We needed to get some running room. I think they went for it on 4th down, and that's why. All right. All right, X. Right down the pipe for Crutchman. We got the first down. Okay, so Y has the out route to the left side, so let's try and get that. Okay. Yeah. Let's get rid of it. Okay, RB is the screen pass to Nagbury. And yeah, the reason why I say you have to memorize it is because the majority of the time, the button is not going to show up. Okay, so we have Merriman and Crutchfield. All right. Crutchfield. Okay, good thing I memorized the button. No! Don't reach! Oh my god. Okay, thank god we only gave up a field goal, and our defense is actually holding out pretty nice. We need to seriously do better than this. It's a clean draw play for a Nagbury. Just don't fumble. Okay, X and Y both have slants. And they're both to the left side. Okay. Yeah, he was ran into. Crutchfield. Nice. Open space. Cut to the inside. Nice. We're up to the 35. And I know the crowd's not going to slow down. Okay, let's look through. RB is going to have the flat. And then if we cancel off... Okay, we can't cancel out the play action. Oh, yeah. Yes, we can. So, pass block. Yep. Woods is open. Just don't get the hands in. All right, 2nd down and 5. Okay, Y has the out. And X has the deep in. While A, which will probably be Merriman, has the out. Okay, never mind. It's Malik. So we're probably gonna have to hit the out with Merriman. Nice way to hold on. All right, the crowd is rocking, but we do have we did call a run play at least. Yeah, not looking so pretty, but it is suggesting us go for it. So hopefully it's Merriman. No, okay, so we can't adjust it either. So I have to hope he catches it. Sincerely. Okay, let's just take off. Because why not? Slide. Alright. We got a first down, though. So it looks like it'll be Woods on the Texas route or and Nagbury on the screen pass. Okay, so we got the Texas route there for Woods. We can at least get upfield with that. We're honestly... We've been doing a great job with memorizing some of the play calls here. And Nagbury got one there. If the DB pressures, we could get Macchiella on the hitch. Macchiella. All right, we're up to the 1. Okay, good block for Woods, and he's in for the touchdown. So we're gonna take the lead with that, and they punted. And the crowd is as silent as a whiff right now. Okay. Yep, Crutchfield. All right, easy enough for me. We'll take the first down here, and good thing we got past that because now the crowd is silent, and we can take full advantage of that. Oh, Merriman got hit hard. Okay, now they're starting to ramp up a little bit. All right, I think Nagbury has the Texas route. Yep. All right. So it'll be 3rd down and 2. The RPO zone arc. Who's in the slot? Okay. Oh, we didn't call it. Okay. We're gonna have to adjust the play there. I don't think we did though. I don't think we could adjust the play because of how hot this crowd is. Jesus Christ. Yeah. The crowd was just way too hot. We couldn't adjust the play. Merriman and Crutchfield. Merriman's Y, Crutchfield is X. Merriman! Make the catch! Let's go! We got the first down! That will definitely silence the crowd now. Yeah, that crowd is silent now. Because we did that. Macchiella. Make the catch! Get through! Nice, timeout. Oh, I got the hand in there. Yeah, that should ignite the crowd again. Yep, there it is. But I do know for a fact Inagbury has a Texas route, so if he can hit that. Yep. All right. Now would be a good time to lunge forward. All right, timeout. We have 19 seconds left. Okay, so it looks like Inagbury's going to have that in from the backfield if we run shock. Yeah. Oh, it's Khalid Lennon. Okay, so Lennon's going to have to... Okay, he was intercepted so well. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's just take our kick here. Yeah, that's easy up and in. We're going to go up 10-3. And we do get ball back to start the second half. Okay, so we're going to start with the silent crowd. I know. I've been saying a lot about the crowd right now, but it's going to get on my nerves eventually if we don't win this game. If we don't perfect anything, it's going to get on the team's nerves. If we don't perfect anything at this point. Yep, there it is. You see that? That stadium pulse is actually livid. We're just going to have to hold Malik. Just catches it. He's wide open. All right. We knew you'd come at a better time, Malik. Yeah, we got it. Okay, Cantwell's going to have the out route from what it looks like. Okay. No, he took a sack. I know it's going to be a draw play. And we didn't get much with Lennon there, 3rd and 20. I think this is the 2 wheel routes play, I think, with the 2 running backs. So we're just going to have to hit that, and we didn't get anything. Okay. Good enough. Our defense is able to pull through. Man. Our defense is actually doing fantastic against this team. 11 first downs on our end compared to 1 on theirs, which is honestly quite something, considering that we are one of the better defensive teams in the SEC at this point. Even though we do have a 7-2 record, and we did lose a couple games. But, okay, yeah, cut back inside. And Inagbury, you got open space. Okay, we got the first down. It's 1st and 10 again. I know I shouldn't be running the screen pass again. But, yeah, get the hand in there. Just don't pick it. All right, the crowd's rocking again. But I do know for a fact Merriman has that out route. I did look at the playbook. Merriman! Oh, got the hand on it! Yep. That's going to be an easy first down. And Inagbury's been MVP of the entire game so far. And now I know this is going to be a screen pass. Yep. Okay, get around him, Inagbury. Nice! Truck him over! All right, 2nd down. Yep. And Inagbury's got open running lane. Okay, we got up to the 2. Come on. No, we ran into somebody. Okay, we're more spread out, but we're going to trick them a little bit. They're probably going to end up... Oh, they pass commit. Khalid Lennon! He's in! We're going to go up by multiple scores now. And they punted again. Dude, our time of possession is killing theirs right now. All right, Mackiella's going to be open. All right, and we'll run it down to the 4th quarter of 17-3. But guys, you wouldn't expect this at all from our team at this point. A top 10 win against LSU in a rivalry game would be absolutely big towards our resume in 2028. Not only do we have the Georgia game coming up, but we also have the Missouri game coming up. We're gonna motion out. Okay, yeah. That's a good run there. Yeah, I was going to say, we also have the Missouri game coming up, too, so this should be quite fun to see. And, damn, he just got laid out. I mean, we're up by multiple scores, so all we have to do is just run the clock out. To hopefully make them pick up a couple for... Oh, yeah, way to evade. Way to evade that. Oh, I got the hand in there. But, yeah, if we have to punt and trust our defense like we've been doing the entire time, we'll have to punt and trust our defense, you know? Yeah, that's going to get out at around the 31. Okay, that wasn't a good punt. Okay, they scored a touchdown and got the 2-point, but there's a minute 47 left on the clock. So all we need is a first down. And we win the game. And, of course, to have them use their timeouts. Okay, there's one of them. So all we have to do is run out the clock, make them use their timeouts, and pick up a first down. That's all we got to do. Okay, that draw play was not the right call. Okay, but it did open up the door for their 2nd timeout. Okay, so their defense is going to be rocking now. I know Merriman's going to have that out route. Oh my god, that throw was awful. He ran into him. And bad news is they're going to have 1 timeout left. And if they score a touchdown, it's going to be over. Yeah, fair catch. Okay. If they score a touchdown, it's going to be over. We forced a turnover! We're going to beat LSU! Oh my god, I got so scared for a moment. Our defense was the real MVP. And we secured the golden boot. And we're going to go 3-0 in rivalry play in 2028. And I definitely say it's still side quest attained because we went 3 wins and no losses so far with 1 rivalry game left. And that game being Missouri. So yeah, that was by far one of our biggest wins in the history of our dynasties at this point. And still no update on any of our recruits, but Lorenzo Torrance, one of our 4-stars, is still in question. And with that win, we jumped up to the 8th ranked team as we are about to potentially get ready for Georgia. But we did unlock Scheme Guru, at least. Yeah, now they're the 10th ranked team in the nation. I wonder why. But yeah, they have a 99 overall team, and we're playing in their house, so there's no way we're winning that. Okay, so we'll look through our recruiting board again. Okay, so we do have 240 hours to use. Okay, so we'll leave it at this for right now. Everybody that's in their top 3 are in first place. So we can try and lock those guys up. Even though we do have the Georgia game on their turf, which is stupid enough. And okay, we do have enough to unlock Scheme Guru. Let's go. Okay, so we do get 900 XP points bonus for a win. So if we get more perks towards the Scheme Guru, so we get 900 bonus XP for each win. So we have to see 900 plus XP so we can know that we can win, basically. But I'm definitely not hoping that we're going to beat Georgia. Absolutely not. But we did get Doug Pounds, our wide receiver, and our second 4-star, Nick Perfect. So we have to see 900 extra XP to know we won. Let's see if it worked. Wait, did we actually beat Georgia? I don't know if it worked, though, because we got the recruits. We actually just beat Georgia. 48-24 on their home turf. What in the hell? Okay, so it actually gives us a door to see the scores with these games here. So we lost to Alabama 35-23 in week 7. Then in week 8, we lost to Miami 24-17. So we only lost by a touchdown there. But 41, 45, 49, 56, 41-10 against Tennessee, 50-20 on South Carolina, 38-20 we played Ole Miss, 17-11 we played LSU, but 48 points by Arkansas, man. Great job as we get into our final rivalry game here against Missouri. Based on how this is looking like, we might go 4-0 in our rivalry games. We could seal up our fate in the college football playoff at this point. So let's look through the recruiting portal and see what we got. 14 recruits, 13 of which being 4-stars. And then the rest, okay, we got Anzalone ready to go for his pitches. Okay, this one offers a better grade, so let's try that. So as we get into our final rivalry game here against Missouri, and absolutely this should be a play game because it is our final rivalry game before the college football playoff. And we do in fact hope that we do get in. We got to be within at least the top 12. We have to be a conference champion, and we have to be a within the top 12. All right, they ran out of time, and we get the ball back. Oh, yeah, that's a high throw from Lindsey. This definitely was one of my toughest rebuilds that I've had to do because we went from a 2-10 team. We had to make sure that coach firing was turned off for the first season so that way I could start fresh for Sam Pittman in 2026 without having to make a whole new character or anything because we had to do that whole process. Like, it was stupid to have to do, but, I mean, anything to keep it realistic to my rule set and anything to keep to what I set for 2026 rebuilds, you know? Like, oh, that's a great catch there by Merriman. But what's to come after we totally knock the water off of Missouri here? What's to come? Well, I mean, we're definitely not going to get a conference championship. Unless we get somehow very lucky, or maybe if we check the statistics, but we can't. Oh, come on! But if we could somehow get a national conference championship spot and win our conference to secure ourselves in the bracket, oh my God! Injury timeout. We do have the leg for a 56-yarder. We just gotta put it on the power meter, right? Come on, get it! Oh, off the crossbar! Yeah, we have not been the best at kicking from very deep. You have to, like, perfectly time the power meter. We are at the accuracy right on. We just can't get the power. All right, Cantwell's open. All right, that's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna say this in, like, every single video I do. I have a whole bunch of suggestions from you guys for, like, my short form videos, like, on what teams to do for future dynasties. Like, I got suggestions to do teams like Auburn. I got, obviously, Arkansas as one of my most requested. I also got Rutgers, my hometown school. But also, if you want me to do more FCS schools, like I did for North Dakota State, let me know down below in the comments. I'll definitely consider it. I'll definitely consider doing another FCS school because I got a couple of them in mind. Like, I want to do Monmouth, my hometown FCS school. I want to take a shot at Montana State because they won the FCS National Championship. So I want to see how that goes. Oh, God, another 56-yard field goal. We're going to have to try it again. Did we get it this time? Okay, we got it this time. Thank God the power meter didn't shake after I hit it. Okay, so I got perfect timing on that. Okay, they did kick another field goal, so we got to lock in now. I want to have all the side talk I want, but to be honest, I just got to lock in now. All right, that's Merriman. Oh, what a cut. And that's a great side block. All right, we got a first down there. And also, let me know down below in the comments if I should do, like, rebuilds during the college football season in college football 27. Like, should I do a rendition of a team that I've already done, like, from where they left off in CFB27? So, I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments if I should do that. I definitely got Rutgers as a suggestion. I got the Kansas Jayhawks as a suggestion. But, yeah, let me know down below if I should do all these teams. As we're going to hit a Nagbury in for the first down. All right, Malik, please make a catch. He got the catch. Run him over. Oh, we're at the 1-yard line. This is the best drive we've had in a little bit. So we're going to have to just run it with our lives with Woods. He's in for the score. And they didn't score off of it. And they still have 2 of their timeouts. And they're down by 15 points. So they can't really come back and do anything with it. Okay, that's their second timeout. I don't know why they're fighting like they still have a chance at this point. Like, there's a minute 49 left to go, and there's 2 scores on the scoreboard here. And we still can't get out, and that's another timeout. So now we can throw the ball. Now that they're out of timeouts. Oh, get deep. Macchiella! Oh, I thought he could hold on. All right, we're going to have to punt it. But we're going to trust this defense who's been clutch basically the entire day. They didn't get it back. We're going to kneel it out. And we're going to beat Missouri 31-16 to get our first double-digit win of this rebuild. So we go a perfect 4-0 in our rivalry games. And I will say that if we win the national championship this year, it's definitely side quest complete. But we won't know for sure until we know that we qualify for the playoff. But we will in fact see, because you never know with the SEC. We're the number 5 team in the nation, so there is a chance that we could qualify. Let's see where we are. It looks like we're going to host a playoff game against Boise State, and then we have SMU, Alabama, Clemson, and Texas A&M as the top 4. And then we have teams like Texas, Pittsburgh, Nebraska, Indiana, Florida in there too. We're definitely going to have to grind our ass off here. Oh, we're so close! We are so close to a conference championship appearance. Had we just won one more game, we would have had it. Had we just beat Miami, we would have had it. But no, we came so close to a conference championship game, finishing 3rd in the SEC. So luckily the side quest wasn't to win a conference championship. It was to go majority wins in our rivalry games, which we obviously did this year with the wins against Ole Miss, LSU, and Missouri. Oh yeah, and we beat Arkansas State too, but that really doesn't matter much for a rivalry game. So we can at least get these recruits on with some of our hours here. No, it's not primetime player. Which other one was it? Which other cell was it here? An exposure championship. Okay, yeah, house call. All right, and everything else stays the way it is. Okay, we're gonna send past the bye week and figure out our fate in the college football playoff. Let's see where we stand, and let's see our ranking. Okay, we're the number 5 ranked team, and we're gonna keep our staff on board as their prestiges went up. We got Wisconsin's defensive coordinator, and we've kept him for the entire from 2026 onward, so that's a great sign to see. And let's check the recruiting board one last time, see if there's any more visits on board, because this is our last chance to check the recruiting board before we find out our fate for the playoff. So we have to get any and all recruiting hours in as best as we can, so we could potentially get some commits during the recruiting phase. In the recruiting phase during the playoff, I should say. Okay, we got Standard Bearer wrong on Anzalone, but we do know what it is here. And we will find out our fate in the playoff as the 5th ranked team in the nation. Oh, we jumped up to number 4! Did Texas A&M lose? Holy shit. Texas A&M actually lost to Alabama. So we actually start the playoff as a number 4 seed, taking on either Texas A&M or Boise State. So this is going to be fun. That is if we don't drop down by the end of it all. Let's see. Yep, we're the number 4 team. Okay, Austin Carlisle from Texas won the Heisman Trophy this year. We're about to get into the second round as the start of our college football playoff journey. The first playoff that we have as the Arkansas Razorbacks. And we're going to play Texas A&M in the Rose Bowl game. So it definitely will be tough, but it's in a neutral site. So if anything that matters, it's this game right here. And it is very evenly matched. So let's cross our hearts, hope and pray. Let's get into this game against Texas A&M. Ladies and gentlemen, on a rainy night in the Rose Bowl as they take on the Texas A&M Aggies to kick things off as their first playoff opponents. Oh, our defense got a turnover. That is so big, and we're going to start in the red zone. That is actually so big. Like I said, it is a rainy evening here in the Rose Bowl, so we're going to have to hopefully get something here. And Nagbury, he's open. He's in on the Texas route, and we get on the board first. What a way to start. And are you freaking kidding me? This defense is so damn clutch. We're at the 1 yard line on 1st and goal. And Nagbury's gonna get in again. 14-0 in the first quarter on Texas A&M. Dude, that is absolutely insane. And they ended up punting this drive this time. And we get in with Lindsey. That's the 3rd touchdown of the half. What the hell? He literally got invisible. This honestly just proves in any of your dynasties, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, wait. Come on. Run after catch. He got it! Let's go! Courtney Crutchfield into the end zone! And you know what? Because of that highlight play, we're going to sim through. We're up 31-0 still. And, okay, they finally scored. Hope they don't ramp up the tape. And we're going to go up 34-7. And that's how we're going to end it off. Merriman! Woohoo! It's going to be ball game over. And we're going to crush Texas A&M 41-7 and move on to the 3rd round of the college football playoff. But guys, that was like our biggest blowout win that we had on a college football playoff win possibly ever. I don't think I've ever beat a team that bad. So we're going to win the Rose Bowl game. And we're going to move on to face either SMU or Texas. SMU in the Peach Bowl, the number 1 seed. So it'll be, oh, they're 14-0. Okay, I wonder how they got to number 1 overall. This will be very fun. We're gonna go to the Peach Bowl and we're gonna play SMU and we're gonna knock their asses out en route to the national championship game, because we started off in the Rose Bowl, then we're playing in the Peach Bowl, and then now we're gonna get into the semifinals here in the Peach Bowl against SMU, and then is our national championship game, where we'll find out exactly who we're gonna play. As we kick they kick the field goal to start, and Khalid Lennon is gonna run up for 2. And we got Nagbury on the Texas route. Hold on to that! Oh, 3rd and inches. Even though this is the number 1 team in the nation, the number 1 seed at the playoff, we ain't scared. We're going to hand it off, and we got the first down with Nagbury. And it looks like Clemson finally topped Georgia as the number 1 ranked recruiting class in the nation. All right, the safety drifted over just a tad bit. So, yeah, that was a bad throw. I was going to hit Malik, the tight end, after I looked for Crutchfield there, but I couldn't get him. All right. Yep, Crutchfield. He's open. Let's go. First down. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to hit Crutchfield. I looked for Macchiella there. All right, first down. Actually, oh no, we're so close. 2nd down and 1. Actually, no, we're going to hit Malik on the slant, and then we're going to put Macchiella on a post, potentially. And then we'll put Lennon in pass protection to hopefully hit Macchiella. Oh, that was a low throw. Yeah, we'll just run it here on 3rd and 1. Hopefully not get beat. Yep, we didn't get beat. That's Khalid Lennon. Easy first down. All right, we'll try that again. Same concept. Slant. And then Macchiella on a post. And then we got 2 backs now. So you know what? We'll put them both in pass protection because we're showing 5 down linemen. Yep. Macchiella inside route. Nice. Get upfield, bud. Oh, we're up to the 1. And we're going to give it to Nagbury, and we're so close. We can't hand it off and make it in. We gotta go to the open side on the left side here. And he's in for the touchdown. Drake Lindsay, first score of the game. Oh, they kicked the field goal again, so we're only gonna be up by 1 coming out of the first quarter. So we're gonna see how things go here in this second drive here. Can we get Crutchfield? We can. Just don't drop it, bud. Nice. Yeah, get it off quick. All right. Yep. You got blocks. All right. That's a good enough first down. You can't get Merriman on the out. We'll hit Macchiella. Yep, Macchiella. Lots of good blocks. Anthony Macchiella, easy first down. Okay, so it looks like we got to play Alabama or Miami in the national championship game. So it'll be very interesting to see that we have to play these guys. But then again, I'm not scared of teams like SMU, who are the #1 team, and I'm not scared of teams like Texas A&M, who we just destroyed. All right, Merriman. Inside route, but we'll take it. Easy first. Merriman. No, that's a bad read. Oh, but he stole it away from him. That's a great catch. Okay, we'll run that fade to more to wide side, and then we could probably hit, unless they dropped in the zone. Yeah, they dropped in the zone. We'll just give it to Lennon. Oh, I thought he had a good cut. Okay, we'll adjust something. We'll put Nagbury in pass protection. We'll put Macchiella on the slant, and then keep everything else the same. Oh, Merriman. Open. Oh, 3rd and 2. Okay, we'll take that. They're not primarily showing run defense with 4 down linemen, but we'll... Okay, yeah, they adjusted. Morse! Oh my god. Okay, it's not Morse, it's Woods. You know what? Let's go to QB sneak. We'll get 1st and goal first. We'll go to that goal line and run the QB sneak, because it is 4th and inches. So, if we get the first down on the QB sneak first, then we'll try something. Okay, we got the first down, so let's try something different out of this. Lennon, no! Okay, I think we got up a little bit closer. Okay, it's a little bit closer, but we'll follow our lineman path here. No! 3rd and goal! Alright, we're gonna have to try again. Okay, we did get closer at least. Timeout, come on! And you know what, we're not scared. We're just gonna have to play the same shtick. If it works, it works. He got it! After all that, Drake Lindsay, his 2nd sneak touchdown of the day. Another field goal is going to bring the lead to 5. 32 seconds left? It's definitely doable. Alright, Macchiella. Alright, we got a first down. You know what? We have 2 timeouts. So, let's run the hurry up at first initially. If we get another completed pass, then we'll use one. Alright, Crutchfield. Open! Sideline. Okay. That saves us a timeout. Alright, they're dragging out. Merriman! Nice! Don't get tackled from the back. Get out of bounds! Alright, 13 seconds left. Okay, so let's distract the high safety real quick. We'll put the poster out, and then we'll put Crutchman on the fade. We'll see what happens here. Oh no, they draw the zone, but at least... Oh, holding! Come on. Thought I had a great play drawn up, but no, you O-lineman had to ruin it. Stupid O-lineman had to ruin a great play. And Cantwell's there, so we'll put him on a post to take away that corner. Oh no. Alright, Cantwell, please be there. Yes! Alright, timeout. 3 seconds left. And I think we do get the ball back, right? So we'll kick a field goal. Bring the lead to 8. And then hopefully find out we get the ball back. We don't. Okay, but they do punt. So our defense came through. Alright, we're lucky that this is a neutral site. And we're lucky that they're at 86 overall. As we hit Nagbury, easy first down to the 39. Alright, we're more than likely not going to hit Malik, but we are probably more than likely going to hit Macchiella. Okay, ooh, okay, way to hang on to the football there. Okay, yeah. Crutchfield. Oh, yeah, that's that speed in his. Let's go. We're up to the opposite 39. Oh, yeah. The speed. And the comeback route. Oh, please make the catch now. All right, Crutchfield's open. Get out of bounds now. Nice. Yeah, just don't get the hand in there. Nice catch, Merriman. I'm telling you, we're literally letting Drake Lindsay let the ball fly. And he started off as one of our worst quarterbacks, potentially. But... thank God we were able to save him some time in 2027, we were able to build him up to the quarterback that he is. All right, so instead of the out, we're going to put Merriman on it in, and then we'll hopefully... Yep, right there. Oh, I thought he could hold on to it, and he's hurt! Oh, yeah, I forgot about Cantwell being his replacement. Okay, and Nagbury's got a big hole up front, and we got 3rd down and 3. Okay, his name's Kevin Cantwell. I'm sorry, he was a recruit from long ago. I couldn't really remember his name. All right, okay. Crutchfield! Nice! Dive right in! Let's go! And into the 4th quarter, they don't score. All right, so we're up by 15 points. All we can do is just hang on to the football and let our defense do its job. Okay. Get off your man at Nagbury. Come on now. Oh, we got a draw play. All right, we got 3rd and 4. Pretty manageable. We can hit Malik on the out route. Yep, out route. Oh, way to hold on to that! Wow! Vernon Malik, way to hold on to that. Okay, way to weave in and out through traffic. I see you in Nagbury. Come on now. Oh, that's not what I meant by get off your blocks. Okay, do have a 3rd down and 4. Okay, so they're not showing goal line D here. They're showing more like a 4-4 type look. And that was enough to get Khalid Lennon in for the 1st down. As more time proceeds to come off the clock on this drive, we keep picking up 1st down slowly but surely. As we look to go to the national championship, as Nelson and Nagbury has another 1st down. And they ended up using a timeout, as we are in their territory. Come on, get up to the line. All right, that's their 2nd timeout. Oh, I thought I could trust you, Vernon Malik. Yeah, you know, we're definitely going to have to throw for it now on 3rd and 10. If we pick up a 1st down, they use a timeout, it's going to be ball game over from here. Nothing's open. Yeah, let's just drop it down. He got it! And he didn't go backwards. Let's go. We got the 1st down, and that's their final timeout. Got the bubble screen for Merriman. All right, reach over. Don't fumble now. All right, we got the 1st. And we can't run it down to the 2-minute warning because the play clock is less than the game clock. So we're going to have to run one more play. Okay, that's completely fine with me. So now we can just let time tick off the clock. And we will go to the 2-minute warning. And potentially our 1st national championship appearance since 1964. All right, 2-minute warning timeout here in the Peach Bowl. Let's lock this game up. Here we got 2nd and goal. And Maxwell Woods couldn't get out in the open. So yeah, you know what? We're going to have to throw for it. If we get a little bit closer, the clock will still run. Crutchfield! Alright, at least we have our kick center, though. We can kick it from here and trust the defense once again, and we're going to go up by 18. Yes, sir. 27-9. Okay, they did score, but we got the onside kick in the end. Let's go to the national championship, boys. Let's run away with the Peach Bowl and qualify for our 1st national championship game since 1964. And potentially our 2028 Arkansas Razorbacks could potentially be national champions, depending on how well we do here in the game, as we knock off the #1 ranked team in the nation in SMU. And we move on to the national championship game, where we potentially await our fate against Alabama or Miami. And we're going to play Miami and get our revenge in the national championship game. Miami was the team that beat us and cost us a shot at the conference championship game. So if we could beat them, it would be sweet revenge. And again, they are very evenly matched. So let's get in and let's cross our fingers and hope and pray we win the national championship for the 1st time in over 50 years. You're looking inside Raymond James Stadium for the national championship game between the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Miami Hurricanes. One of the biggest games we'll ever have in our rebuild series. And let's see how well we go, as we're going to get the ball first to kick things off. And I think this is the 1st national championship we played at the Ray J, but we'll see. See how we do here against Miami. That's a good run here for Nagbury, and we got 2nd and inches off that. Okay, we got Merriman off the dig route, and that's an easy first down. We'll take that. And look at this hole for Nagbury. Easy first. Easy run here. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just so excited. I'm getting myself a little bit too excited here. Because we took out the #1 seed, and then Miami did their job and took out Alabama. I don't know what the score was, but we're going to have to check back as soon as we get to the final bracket. But anyway, we got 3rd and 4 coming up. We can't get too excited. But our defense is doing a job, man. They did their thing against Texas A&M and run through him in Nagbury. Easy first down. Dude, this is a Miami team that I think saw Malachi Tony either graduate or transfer out. But, okay, we do have a wide open hole for anybody. Okay, we didn't get the throw off. Yep. Right there for whoever that is. I think it was Crutchfield. 3rd down and 1. We have Khalid Lennon right behind Nagbury. Hopefully we're going to get a block up front. And, oh, what a cut by Lennon. And we do get the first down. Yeah. Oh, that throw was way behind Macchiella. Okay. Kevin Cantwell is open. We're going to hit him, and we got the first down. Yeah, you and your long sleeves do your thing. All right, so first down. Nothing. Okay, yeah, just get rid of it. We're going to have to watch for those 2 corners and those D linemen that set the edge. Because if we get those D linemen to set the edge, they're going to watch that screen pass like it's nothing. So we're going to have to watch for that. So Crutchfield may end up running that hitch, but we'll see. Oh, Woods! And he's in for the score! He got away from the tackle! Alright, so that's the first score of the game here at the Ray J. And we ended up letting them punt. So we got the ball right back with 2:05 left in the first. That's good blocks. And Nagbury has another first down. Dude, I'm telling you, we're going back to the old school days. Run that damn football. But I do love that air raid pass attack playbook, though, with Arkansas, especially with the weapons we have, including DJ Merriman. And that's a first down off that. But we've been running the football from time to time, and we have some of the better linemen to do it with now that we're an SEC team that we're playing with here. Okay, that's a decent enough run. Oh, yeah. Merriman. And we didn't get enough. All right, 3rd down and 1. We may try a screen pass here. Okay, we got linemen up front for blockers. That's an easy run back for Nagbury. Spin around him. All right, we got 1st and goal. All right, a goal line look from the 7. Why not? Why not try it? And we got it in with Khalid Lennon. Easy touchdown. All right, 2nd quarter. And okay, they scored. So they're going to go behind 14-7. So let's see what we can do here. Let's try and score again. Oh, yeah, that pressure off the edge. All right, Merriman's open on the out. Get upfield this time. Nice first down. Yeah, we're going to look for something here. Crutchfield, get upfield, buddy. Let's go. We could honestly just hit the Texas shot with Nagbury if it gets open. Yep, right there. He's got an open hole. Come on. Okay, we got pretty close, though. We got to the 6. Let's pull it together. Let's finish this rebuild and let us get our first title in 50-plus years as Courtney Crutchfield helps us do that. And they're fighting back now, huh? That's how feisty you want to play? I'll play like that, Miami. Let's do it. Injury timeout. Oh, yeah. Let's go! That's Vernon Malik! Alright, timeout. We got a big play upfield, so now let's call a timeout. How did we thread that over the backers' heads? Like, that's honestly something. Okay, set the safety. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get it off. Oh, okay. We do have 2nd down and 10, so we can try and hit either the fade with Crutchfield or the tech. Oh, Malik is wide open! Vernon Malik! First down! You know what? Keep the clock going. Oh, come on. Look at how I underestimated how...
Nope.
Oh, my God, he lurked. And that's going to be taken for a pick 6. What a lurk by this guy, Emils Jr., or Edwald Jr., what a lurk. So now we got to take that drive all the way up the field again. Now that we're tied 21-0. 21-21. Now that we're tied. Away from him! No! That's gonna be a sack! Let's see, the problem is we don't get the ball back to start the second half, so we have to have our defense trust that they can get a stop. And, okay, they call timeout. Okay, we really need to lock in here. We got 21-21. Third down and 8. Yep, Crutchfield. Get a block! Okay, run it. Hurry up, hurry up. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God! Closed over on Macchiella. Okay, they punted. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that was a high-pressure situation. You know what? Let's convert Merriman's route to a slant over a drag because of the down lineman. Oh, my God. Yeah, just get rid of it. It's going to be a holding call. Oh, yeah. Oh, they brought the pressure. All right, get rid of it. Wait a second. Okay, he's shaded over, so we can put Merriman potentially on a streak. Oh, yeah. Inside shade. He got it! Let's go, Merriman! Way to save our game. Okay, this time the safety's on outside. No, change. Okay. Okay, yeah. Get out of there. Yeah, get the ball off. Okay, yeah, we're just going to have to hit Anagbury out of the backfield. That's an easy first down for him. Get out of bounds. Okay, we actually could have put him on a streak, too. So it depends on where he reads over. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get that! Oh, he overthrew him. That was honestly a pretty good read. I'm not gonna lie with you. So we're gonna put Merriman on the post, and we're gonna put Crutchfield on the fade. We're gonna see where the safety lurks over. Okay, he lurked over towards right. So Texas route for. Oh, he dropped it. All right, we really can't be on the wide side of the field, so we're just gonna have to this bubble route here with Macchiella. Okay, thank God he didn't lurk over. It's 4th and 9. 52-yarder. We can hit these. Come on. Accurate. Kick. Come on, please. We got it! Alright, we're going to be up by 3. Okay, they kicked one for themselves, so we're going to be tied going into the 4th quarter. So all we got to do is score and hope our defense picks something up here. As we got something with Anagbury. Oh, but he got off the block so quick. Let's go back to our old school roots, boys. Run the damn football. That's our old school roots as Khalid Lennon carries us up to the 46. Let's keep that memo going, boys. Run the damn football. Let's go. Get a block. All right, we got back to the line. I'm really not liking how it's looking here, so let's run the RPO Randy. All right, where's the rekey? Okay, apparently didn't have one, but it doesn't matter. And Nagbury, get off your man. All right, oh, injury timeout. Okay, didn't bring the heat as much. Merriman! Oh, it went right through your hands. Okay, we have not tried a 57-yard field goal yet. It would be a career long if we got to hit this. Oh my God, please tell me. We got it! 57 yards! And that's for the lead. What a kick from 57 yards out. Okay, and it's past the 2-minute warning, so all we got to do is pick up a couple first downs and let them run out of timeouts. So let's get to the memo. Run the damn football. But damn, that was like the clutchest kick I've ever seen in my life. So that was our first timeout. And, okay, that's going to be their second. We are 1 first down away from the national championship. And a first down conversion away from winning a national championship for the first time since 1964. And that's where we're going to get. That's their final timeout. And it's past the 2-minute warning. So guess what, boys? Your 2028 national champions are the Arkansas Razorbacks. And we finally did it. We've gave the Razorbacks a national championship. And what probably was my hardest rebuild, but it was definitely worth it. Because of the recruits we got, because of the games we ended up getting. And there you see it. Our coach giving the Razorbacks their first championship in over 50 years. And the Razorbacks are going to celebrate as this rebuild is finally done. And I will say, it's side quest complete. Why? In 3 seasons that we did, we went 8-0 in rivalry games. So it is side quest complete. As Drake Lindsay set the single season passing yards record. And there it is. For the first time since 1964, the national champions are the Arkansas Razorbacks. Let's zip ahead to the draft results. And there it is. We're the #1 team in the nation. Muhammad went first round. Courtney Crutchfield went in the 3rd. Keelan Hale went in the 3rd. Khalid Lennon went in the 4th round as a junior. Tavion Wallace went in the 5th round. And Drake Lindsay, in his final season, went in the 7th round of the draft. So, with that being said, it is rebuild complete, it is side quest complete, and your Arkansas Razorbacks are finally national champions. So that's going to do it for this rebuild. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said in the intro, drop your teams down below in the comments alongside your side quests. Maybe I'll feature you guys next. So, until next time, I'll see y'all later. Have a great day.